Happy Easter, ladies and gentlemen. It is another episode of Insomnia. I'm being joined, as always, by my brother from another mother, Crypto. What's going on, Crypto? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man? Happy Easter, everybody.
Yeah.
1 hour into Easter Sunday.
Just like my show, I instead of scheduling it for 12:30 a.m., I scheduled it for 12:30 p.m. I set my alarm for 12 p.m. instead of 12 a.m. So
yeah, there you go.
Luckily, I got up and checked my time. So
You'll be getting up at noon. You'll be getting up at noon. But you should be still asleep. Your insomnia should be cured. Your insomnia should be cured.
No, we had a good space today with especially with Marino's goat. He was cool as hell. I'm kind of glad I did have a space today because I got to kind of chop it up with him a little bit. So when I do get him in the blender, I have some good questions to ask him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's living out there in the Great Salt Lake.
Oh yeah.
His journey from Salt Lake to Los Angeles, and meanwhile my phone keeps falling through the crack of my car. It just finds its way down there.
I hate when that happens, don't it?
Yeah, it just finds its way down there. I'm about to put some kind of block thing there or something to keep it from.
Yeah, they sell that on they sell that on in Amazon. Raphael Courtright.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And it prevents like food and all that shit from sliding down your car seat.
Yeah, next thing you know, you got freaking French fries and shit in between the seats, and you got to get the in between the vacuum holes and try to get it one of them crevice.
You be like, how the hell do those French fries even make it past me?
You know? Yeah, I'm like, what in the world? You know, it's just falling down there. It just finds its way in between the gap there. But yeah, you're right. They do have catchers that you can put there to catch stuff from going down there. And you just lift it up. And
Raphael Courtright said snacks for later.
Snacks for later?
You're talking about the French fries that you find there.
Oh, snacks for later. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, they all be all dried up and rubbery.
Tastes like packing peanuts, huh?
No, they like them. They taste like plastic at that point.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get this intro and we'll be right back.
Yep.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Finn's Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. with a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor. We're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Finn's Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
So we are back, and so if you ever seen Raphael Corra, because Raphael Corra has been on camera before, he has a big beard. I'm sure he's had some snacks for later too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You said snacks.
Yeah. Probably
Mm-hmm.
with that beard, he probably had like a few chicken wings and a few French fries, like stashed. Just
I was stuck in between this car seat.
yeah. All you gotta do is just pull them out. You know what I'm saying? Sneak them in he can sneak in food through the movie theaters and all that shit. It's nice and good, big. You know what I'm saying?
Wear oversized coat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you wear oversized coat. Yeah.
Always on a point, different levels.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. So the draft is coming soon, man. I am excited for
Thursday. I have to say I'm indifferent. I'm sort of excited, but I'm just ready for the fallout. That's all. That's the only thing that got me going. Because I'm ready for I already know the team is pretty much scheduled to do nothing this year. I'm just waiting for the fallout.
Raphael says he has a hotel size freezer in his beard. That's what's up.
A size what in his beard?
He says he has a hotel size freezer in his beard.
Okay.
A little mini freezer fridge. Hell yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sneak in beers and all that shit.
Yeah.
But no, actually, what I'm really waiting for is to end all the speculation. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. All these dumb.
Oh yeah, it's really officially official. Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, this is what we're gonna get this guy, and I could feel it. I feel it. We're gonna get this guy. Okay.
Hang on, Shake. One moment.
Give me 1 second. Hold it down.
Oh damn! I was just telling you that. Hang on. Yeah, Raphael Courtright, you put a thumbs up in the chat if you got any Billy Mays products in your crib. Nah. Billy Mays, Mr. Insomnia himself. That was what tonight's episode was going to be about. Paying homage to the late, great Billy Mays. Yeah, kaboom. Yep. That's a good one. The kaboom. Yeah, the flex all. Yep. Flex all. Flex tape, flex seal, flex glue, flex everything.
Flexall 44. Remember that from that was actually Flexall 44. That was Joe Namath used to do that. It was like a arthritis cream or some shit.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of that vino tonight. Josh Cabernet.
Flexol. That was one product that bails you out of a lot of jams.
I remember he did a boat with that shit too one time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he fixed the crack.
Spray, yeah.
It was
just sealed.
He cut a boat in half, and then he
Mm-hmm. Different ones, like you put a screen at the bottom, and then sealed it up with the Flex Seal at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yep. It was one of those river boats, some fishing boats. Oh yeah.
So he was born 1958, and passed. He died in 2009. Billy Mays.
Yeah, he's the same age as my uncle.
One thing about Billy Mays though, he had there was like if you heard his voice, it's like he had a very distinct voice. He had that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You would know what his voice sounds, you know.
Right. Yeah, it was a distinctive voice. You know when you heard it. He's giving you the greatest sales pitch on earth.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're picking up the phone or typing in the internet site.
Shit, you ain't lying there.
From the time that he made his pitch, how quick were you on the phone?
Depends if I have money in my bank, but
yeah. Yep. Wait, but there's more.
What's funny is somebody like I guess they go to his funeral or whatever, and this is what they do.
Oh, like when they go to his gravesite?
Yeah, they put a bottle of OxyClean on it.
A bottle of OxyClean, yep. Wow. That is amazing.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a pretty badass tombstone he got.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, pitchman. Yep, he was the world's greatest pitchman.
And that's why I gave him the GOAT of Insomnia, because like I said, if you had insomnia, you knew who this dude was, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Remember, I don't know if it still exists, but I remember when I was a kid, every if you didn't have cable, there was remember the home shopping network?
Yep. Yeah. HSN and QVC.
Yeah,
both of
they
them.
used to,
QVC and HSN.
Yes, if you call in with the next 10 minutes, you could get a discount or some shit.
Yep.
they'll sell a watch or whatever they sell. He goes, if you call in with the next 10 minutes, we'll give you this free watch or this free whatever, this free Elvis commemorative plate or some shit.
Yeah, you get some. Yep,
You know.
you get something. Yep. I think that's what got most people to pick up the phone.
But it had to be within like a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? If you call in with the next 20 minutes or the next 30 minutes.
Yeah. And it's almost like you feel compelled to. You feel bad. It's a weird way how, because he make the pitch so great that you feel bad by not getting it. He make you feel like you're being left out.
Mm. So
Like you're gonna miss out on something great.
So, by the way, come this time next week, we're going to be doing Insomnia. We're going to be doing a draft after party.
An
You feel
after
me?
party,
A
because
draft
day
after
3 will
party.
be over.
Yeah.
Yep, day 3 would have ended, and full meltdown on
Mhm.
Twitter would have happened.
So I came up with an idea, right? And hear me out. We're gonna come up with a Greer doll, and you could point to that on that Greer doll where he hurt you. Yes.
You mean on the grill doll?
Yeah.
Doll?
We'll have a Greer doll, and then people who are hurt by Chris Greer can point to the exact spot where he was hurt. He or she. Don't forget, we have female Dolphin fans. Was hurt. They could point to any spot where they were hurt with the Chris Greer doll. You know?
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that's pretty good, Shake. Yeah.
Hey, Jess, how you doing? Shout out to Jess. Haven't seen her in a while.
What's up? Welcome aboard, Jess. How about those 76ers?
Are they in the playoffs?
I don't think so. I think they'll be waiting on that number to get called.
Oh. She goes, boo. Well, to be fair, neither is don't fuck around, Shake. Yes, I won't fuck around, my bad. So anyway, listen. We all know that one of the big craze is these AI toys. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen that? Everybody's making action figures out of each other nowadays.
Or out
So
of each other.
I've seen a few that I want to show some people. The Broncos fan.
Right. Yeah, I think the tour went on the internet.
Yeah. The Chiefs fan. I like the get out of jail free card. The Raiders fan. Modelo, gun and a knife and cigarettes. You can't forget the beer. Here we go.
Right. Hmm.
Oh shit!
Dolphin
This. Look at the
tour.
tour though. The concussion, the guardian cap,
Hmm.
the brain scan. Of course,
Right. Damn.
Travis Kelsey has the Pfizer shot. James Winston with the crab legs. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Damn.
Look at
Winston's got crab legs.
look at look at Zach Wilson with the mom chain, and of course, Deshaun Watson got the massage table.
In the oil, in the
Yeah.
massage oil.
Justin Tucker, he's got a
Oh, he's
massage
got the
table too,
table too.
apparently. Yeah.
Hmm. And a robe.
Washington's fan starter pack, 1992 championships. The cassette tape with the CD player.
Caleb
Caleb
Williams,
Williams, fingernail polish.
fingernail polish and a rainbow shirt. Jesus, that's brutal.
The cheetah action figure.
Had a baby and the what you call it.
Patrick Mahomes. And what the hell? They got the Satan book, Satanic book. Look at that. The fuck?
Yeah, what the hell's that? A pentagon.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, like a satanic Bible. What the hell?
Yeah.
He's a Satanist.
This is
Jesus.
Aaron Rodgers. The Aaron Rodgers doll. I guess that's ayahuasca with mushrooms, immunized.
And mushrooms. God damn, LeBron with the
Yeah.
freaking dress and maid coat.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Look at the
Damn.
baby oil too.
Mm.
Omar Kelly with Kung Fu grip.
Mm.
Let's see. Cowboys fan. Damn, he's a Lakers fan too. The Cowboys fan is a Laker and a Yankees fan.
Damn.
And
The
finally,
Cowboys fan, Yankees and Lakers. Yeah. They didn't throw a Celtic in the background. Buffalo Bills, no Super Bowls.
that's a Super Bowl.
Right. It's an empty case. Damn. I don't know. The Vikings fans gonna be a little jealous of that too, because they don't have any either. But yeah, that's crazy. I like that one. I think I might get that one. I think I might get that action figure for Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna get that one. What you think, Shake?
Yeah.
Hmm. Damn. Is this the Barbie version of NFL players? Pretty much, Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you know, LeBron, this is real shit. LeBron actually has his own Barbie doll now.
Hmm?
He's getting his own Barbie doll. Like a Ken doll or whatever. I don't know what the fuck. But
Hmm. Right.
and by the way, for anybody watching, man, listen, I know what people do late night. You know, you got the munchies. It's 4:20, right? I have
Mm-hmm.
this amazing recipe for fish tacos. I want to share with y'all.
Mm.
I got some fish tacos.
Okay.
Delicious.
Fish tacos. There with the fish cheese fishes or whatever you call them
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, fish
Mm.
tacos. Follow me from, so you guys are welcome to use this. I know you to fulfill your because it is 420, everybody. Happy 420 and happy Easter. 2 holidays at one time, you know?
Yep, all on the same day, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
That is a good combination for it to fall on the Easter, huh? Jesus. That is wild.
Fish tacos.
And you want to
Y'all
know?
taste.
I won't mention it. Damn, that is a crazy trinity of things falling on the same day. birthdays, what you call it, and you know, and then 420 at the same time. That's crazy, you know.
Also, I found
Yeah,
out, it's also Hitler's birthday, but that's neither here nor there. But
right. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yep.
Greg said he'll be eating lamb and duck.
You said lamb and duck.
I reckon lamb or duck, lamb or duck.
Lamb
Oh,
or duck.
yeah.
Mm.
I thought he could have been
I
eating
like
one of
lamb.
those
I
lamb
mean,
ducking.
lamb. I guess if you're gonna go with gyro sandwiches, right?
I thought you could do like a turducken, but with lamb instead of putting the turkey and the turkey and the lamb. You just put the duck and the lamb, and you eat the lamb with the
Mm-hmm.
turkey with the duck, whatever.
Right. For sure.
Did he put the turkey in the duck or the duck in the turkey? I can't remember which one
You
was
probably
which.
put the duck inside the turkey because it's most likely the turkey will be slightly larger.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would think that will be the order of operations. That the duck will be, you know.
Lamb chops at the local restaurant. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me ask you this: what do you what chops do you like better, lamb chops or pork chops? I never had either, so I can't. So I couldn't tell
I
you.
would say lamb chops for sure. I would say lamb chops
Okay.
because I like the Siki sauce. I like to put the Siki sauce on there, you know. So I will go shake money, lamb. Even though you can make some good pork chops and it'll get you over, but I'm not into them as much no more
I
like
know
I
lamb
used to.
chops. You can have some applesauce with it, right? No people have applesauce
Mm-mm.
with lamb chop, pork chops, or is it
No,
lamb chops?
no. I don't eat that with either one of them. I don't mix applesauce with meat like that. Yeah, yeah. I can't do that, shake. Yeah,
Damn.
applesauce. Yeah, it's got to go by itself. It'd be Ziki sauce, the Greek sauce, the same sauce you put on gyro sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Ziki. Y'all got kavas down there in Florida, Shake Money?
What is it?
Kava.
What what is
It's
that?
it's like a Chipotle style restaurant where you can pretty much tell them what to put into your bowl. You
No,
know, it's set up like Chipotle where you know what's going into your bowl or your tacos or burritos or whatever. It's the same way, but they do it with Greek and Italian food,
I got we do a
mostly Greek.
we do there's a thing with a poke bowl, poke bowl, whatever. We have a
Mm-hmm.
poke bowl where you could do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
peri
usually,
peri is where I was at today.
yeah.
I was I ordered peri peri chicken. You know, that's Siki. Mm, mm,
Mm. So 420, I mean not 420. So Remember what we were doing last on this Twitter space, right? We
Yeah,
did the AFC East, the AFC.
the
We
whole
did,
AFC. Yeah, with
yeah, and then Trey came in. He kind of derailed it a little bit. We never got to finish it. So let's do the NFC poaching draft.
yeah, we could do the poaching draft. Yeah.
Or the
Okay. Yeah,
NFC.
we could do the NFC.
All right. Let's
Or
start
we
with
could
the
do a
NFC
preview.
North. If anybody wants to play along, y'all tell me who you want from. So the premise of the game is we're gonna go division by division, and we're gonna say the NFC teams, and you tell me the player if you could poach one player from each team from the NFC West, NFC, who would you poach to be on the Dolphins roster? So
Yeah.
let's start with
Name a player.
let's start up north with the NFC. We got the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, it's going to be Justin Jefferson, right? The best receiver in the game right now.
Yep. Yeah, I'm poaching him definitely. Yep, he is the guy. I'm making sure I'm running up to the podium saying, "Yep, gotta get it." JJ, you heard me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You want the quarterback?
No, McCarthy is trash.
Hey, we still don't know yet.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep.
Ace says he wants AVG back. Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's go to the
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Packers, you know who I'm taking. This is Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Let me see. Who do I want from the Packers? Yeah, I guess I'll go with Jordan Love.
That's who I will poach if I was doing the poaching.
Same thing with Bears. I would take Caleb Williams from the Bears.
Yeah. Caleb Williams. I would go with Roma Doomsday. But yeah,
Or
Caleb is Caleb. Yeah, I could see Caleb.
or Durham Smythe. We could get Durham Smythe back. No, it's playing.
James Smith. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Let me see. Now the NFC North, we have Bears. We did Vikings. The Lions. I'm definitely not taking Jared Goff. Give me the offensive tackle, Panay Sewell. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I would take. Damn, game over 305 coming in hard. Jordan Love is trash.
Yeah. Okay. You don't know football.
What are you talking about? He's like he's an expert. He's the
Okay.
Dan Mitchell of the Dolphins community. What are you talking about, Crypto?
Yeah. Then that's why we need Michael K over here to read him out. Who's our Michael K of the community? Is it Fred or is it Pete or is it who's gonna get the Dan Mitchell out?
Game Boy 305. Jordan Love is trash. Damn.
Yeah, that's jealousy and hate and strife, bitterness. Only people with a dark heart say that.
How come Lou says it?
because he has a dark heart.
Yeah.
He has jealousy pent up in his heart.
Damn.
Oh, tonight's a warm enough night. I can sleep outside tonight.
I didn't notice. I forgot. I didn't. I just noticed now the little my wine glass has a price tag. I got this thing from the thrift store
Your
for
wine
like
glass
maybe
has what on
$1.
it?
My price tag. I think I got this for like $1 at the thrift store.
Oh, you've got to take it off the bottom when they put the
Yeah.
price tag on the bottom of the cup.
Yeah. I'm not
The
fucking.
glass.
I'm not
Never
buying
took it off.
expensive wine glasses, especially when you have fucking cats that throw shit on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not to mention wine
Yeah.
glasses. Fuck, those things. The most expensive wine glasses, they'll break like this. So,
Right.
all right, we got the Packers, we got the Lions. Lions. You said who you want from the Lions?
I'm on Ross St. Brown.
Okay. I'm getting Panay. I'm gonna be like Sharif Panay Sewell.
Nice. Well, and you're gonna get Cesar Ruiz with him. The pair
Yes.
with him.
So, okay, we got the Lions,
You get to the Bucks.
Vikings, Packers, and what's the other last team in the North?
Yes, and
Oh yeah, we got the
it would
Bears,
be
which
the
we already did Caleb Williams.
Bears and
All right,
Caleb and Roma Dunze. Yeah, Roma Dunze. Yeah.
now let's go south. Craig
Mhm.
Sebring with the $5 donation. Hey guys, happy Easter. Enjoy your time with families. Go Fins. Hell yeah, let's go Fins. We're gonna go right into a ditch. But anyway,
Yep. That's right. Fast track to freaking
well,
oblivion.
especially according to Big O.
That's one thing that's making
years,
me.
right?
We're gonna suffer according to Big O. We're gonna suffer not only this year but next year, and it's gonna be painful. He said it's painful. It's gonna be painful. So buckle up. We're going for a long 24-month ride. Actually, about 30 months because you count it's about 4 months to the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got both 2 year, increments. There you go. So about 30 months of pain we got to go through here. So mark your calendars.
What's up,
It's gonna be
Victor? Victor says, up here in New Hampshire feels like tropical outside, unusually warm for April. Wish it was football season already. You and me both.
yeah, it's warm outside. That's why I'm contemplating sleeping outside in my hammock.
Right, of course, we didn't suffer already. Yeah, I think we've been
Yeah.
suffering for like 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's another two, right?
What's another two, right? Exactly. What
Buffalo
is
provides
another?
2 games of pain. Miami to Miami. Ouch. I think
Well,
I forgot. Victor is a
I would
Buffalo
say
fan.
pick a number, stand in line.
Yeah.
Because take a number, stand in line. Because we're gonna be a lot of teams are gonna be signing up for that.
So are you saying that when teams see us on their schedule, they're gonna be like, "Wow, I can't wait to play Miami."
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Win.
they're gonna be looking at us like, man, that's a W.
Yeah, here's a win. Here's a win.
There's a win.
So when they
Hell.
beat us, they're like, "Oh, it doesn't count. You're beating trash teams."
Right? Yeah, exactly. We like, well, they were like, well, who doesn't beat the Dolphins? Right? There's the trash
Vamos
team. What
Gatos.
do you
What's
do
up,
that?
Vamos? So all right, we
Mm,
got the NFC South now, right? We got
yeah, so
mm,
for sure.
who do you want from the Saints?
Well, from the Saints, um, I would say I want um, Honey Badger. I think
Honey
he's still
Badger,
playing
I
with them,
agree.
don't he? Yeah, Honey Badger. I think he's with them now. I think he
Oh
moved from
shit.
them to the Saints, right? From
Yeah.
New Orleans, he's still with the Houston.
A shout out to Ace with the $5 donation. The main slogan for the Miami Dolphins, Big O should know that. Pain is the main slogan for the Big O show. Big O should know that. Yeah.
Yep. Without no pain, there's no gain.
Goddamn. He goes, you guys are being Debbie Downers as if we were the Sixers. That's you know what, Game Boy 305, you make a good point.
Well, the Sixers are at least they have a franchise.
Yeah, we're not like the Utah Jazz though. At least we're not the Utah Jazz. That's for sure.
But if we were the Jazz, we be on the up and up. We'll be getting the best player in the draft.
Appreciate you,
You
Ace,
know?
and appreciate you, Craig, for the $5 donations, guys. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
Let's help us with the OxyClean and shit.
Yep. This is brought to you by OxyClean.
When Billy Mays was around, life was much better.
Yeah. Wait, there's more. So,
Yeah.
all right, we got the South now. So, who said you're gonna take from the South? From the Saints?
From the Saints, I said I was gonna go with the Honey Badger if he's still on the roster. If not, I'll go with the cornerback.
Lashawn Lattimore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about too much about the Saints, so yeah, you're probably right with that one.
Kamara is still doing.
Yeah,
He's
Alvin
still doing
Kamara.
good.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Alvin Kamara. He's on the older side, but he's still
doing
good.
Yeah, he's still doing good. He's still making some
Appreciate
big
you.
plays. He's still making it happen. So, Kamara. So you say Kamara too?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Kamara maybe. All right. So the Falcons, I'm definitely taking. I don't care. He may not have good stats, but I want Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. Are you thinking you're not taking Penix?
No, I'm taking Kyle Pitts.
What about Cousins? What about Drake Landon?
No, I'm good.
I'm going all receivers. I got like a whole team full of receivers.
I'm taking Kyle Pitts
Drake.
and I'm making him. I'm gonna turn him into Gator Kyle Pitts.
Drake Landon. So you want
I'll give him 84 again.
Okay. 84. Yeah, actually, you know what? Remember there was rumors that we were supposed to be drafting him, so you might as well go and get him.
Yeah.
Might as well go and get him.
By the way, Michael, Victor, yeah, because I remember Victor was on in TMI Thursday, whatever. I think I seen him for the first time, and Michael K accused him of being a Dan Mitchell fan.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I thought those are some heavy accusations.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. The accusation. What is the actual? What would say that again? I totally missed the accusation about
Victor. He accused Victor of being a Dan Mitchell fan because we were talking about the cornerback they signed for the 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said $8 million, but Michael K said it was $6 million. He goes, "You must be a Dan Mitchell fan. You're not getting the facts right," or some shit like that.
Right.
I'm like, okay, like damn, right out the gate, you accuse him of being a Dan Mitchell fan.
Mm-hmm.
But that's neither here nor there. So who you got from the Falcons? Michael Penix?
No, Drake Landon.
Vic says he watched TD Finns talk more. He's a TD Finns talk. Yeah, hey man, me too. Right. I'm not really a Dan Mitchell fan. I don't watch Dan Mitchell. I'd rather, if I do watch content creator from Buffalo, it's gonna be Dan Mitchell. That's who my favorite Buffalo content creator is. Definitely.
Right.
Dan Mitchell. Victor, I don't know if you heard of Red, White, and Bills. Red, White, and Bills is a low key great Dolphins YouTube channel. I mean, Dolphins, Bills, Buffalo Bills channel. He's a must watch, and he's a personal friend of ours. So,
Right.
love me some Red, White, and Bills.
Yep.
Very knowledgeable. He's a trenches guy. You know, he does. I'm not a film breakdown guy. I wish Sean would do more preview game. He does. He only thinks like maybe one or two game previews. But if Sean did more Buffalo preview games, I would love. I'm not really much of a film breakdown guy. I don't even watch
Right.
Dolphins film breakdown like that.
Right. Film
Oh man,
breakdown.
almost. He says he loves him some Canes Jets. Oh yeah,
Kings Jets is right. And
Canes
he's
Jets.
probably going to recruit everybody from the Jets. Hey, do you think he's going to do that?
Ace says he's allergic to Bills talk. Yeah, I don't blame you. So we got Tampa Bay. Let's go to Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, obviously, man. Mike Evans, just like Justin Jefferson. Just listen, I think the only difference between Justin Jefferson and Mike Evans
You're
is
not going to get Godwin?
No, Mike Evans is I think the only difference between the two is the speed. Justin Jefferson. But they're both big body. They both help receivers get good numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and so I don't know, man. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, they're like everybody wanted to crown that Waddle and Tyreek Hill the best wide receiver duo, but they've proven that they are the best wide receiver duo. Look how good they make who's that guy look how they make Baker Mayfield look good. Jameis Winston threw for 5,000 yards, and of course Tom Brady win a Super Bowl. So they're a hell of a. But if I had to pick the two, definitely going with the wide not Chris Godwin, but the other one. What's his name again? I'm drawing a blank. I fucking said his name not too long.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, yeah. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, I think he's related to J.J. Evans.
Yeah. That will be something. Damn. Yeah, that will be his pops. Well, JJ's probably old enough. Definitely old enough to be his pops.
Mm-hmm. James Jr. James Evans.
He was just, the actual father on that show. Mm-hmm. Age is not that much different from JJ, the guy who his father.
Yeah, damn, I know.
They're about the same age, like in the same age bracket.
Yeah, because
I think only like 2 years apart or something like
Florida,
that.
Florida was older than
John Amos is
Florida
is not much older than
Florida was older, a lot older.
Mm-hmm, than her actual stage age. Yep. I think at the time she was in her 50s, maybe. No, was she in her 50s? Yeah.
How about
doing the show?
I would take Shaq Barrett from the Bucks, but he might retire on us again.
What about Vita Beta?
Vita,
or whatever.
Vita Vea, yeah. Vita Vea is good. Yeah. He was in the same draft as Charles Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Vita Vea.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a disruptor. So yeah, he will be. Was he in that draft? Really?
Yeah.
Dang. He really been in the league for a long time. It's been in this 12 years, right? Or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they
Damn, he's
got him
yeah.
before Charles Harris. I think he was in like the top 15.
Harris was picked 20 something, 21 or 22 or something like that.
Yeah. All right. So we did the Falcons. No, we did
The
Falcons. We did
Falcons
the
that went with
Saints,
London, what's called it, the Bucks, and then now with the Panthers.
Panthers.
Are you
With the
gonna get
Panthers,
Bryce Young or you gonna get Chuba
no,
Uba?
I'm taking Hunt
Chubba
back.
Chubba.
I'm taking
You gonna get Hunt back? Yeah, yeah, get Hunt back. Yeah, we could poach him back.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not Hunt being poached back, I'm gonna go with Thielen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah.
Give me back my
Bryce
Hunt.
Young has been playing good, man. I'm picking quarterbacks and receivers off every team. um, yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah, Robert Hunt. I'm getting Hunt back. Yeah, I'll go with Hunt. I'll poach Hunt off him.
Joe Marino is also a good to follow on Bills content. Okay.
Joe Marino. The hell kind of name is that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it different from Dan Montana? Any relations to Dan Montana?
Or Dan Mitchell.
No, because he said Joe Marino, so I
Yeah.
figure Dan
Dan
Montana would
Montana.
be. Yeah.
Or Dan Burrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. That's
So,
crazy.
all right. So we did the South and North. Let's go to the NFC East. Who do you want from the Giants? And I'm not taking back Javon Holland. You could have him.
Mm.
Who do you want from the
Javon Holland, huh?
Giants? That's a
The
good question.
Giants. Mm. Mm. The Giants. I'm gonna go with the not the rookie running back. I would take damn, he just got the dude that was Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors, won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah, it will be him. I'm going with Neighbors.
Actually, I'm gonna get my top flight backup. I'm taking Jameis Winston.
Yeah. You getting Jameis?
A said he wants one of the wide receivers. So, all right. What do you want? So we got the NFC, we got the AFC, or not NFC. We got the NFC. The Washington Commanders. Who do you want from the Washington? Oh, I'm Scary Terry, definitely. Scary Terry.
Yeah, go get Daniels. Yeah, Scary Terry. Yeah. Okay. What do you think about Austin Eckler? Or
Oh yeah, Jane Daniels is also another one that you could get too.
yeah, I will poach Daniels, but if it's not Daniels, I'm going with the Ertz. Ertz. They got Ertz, right?
Yeah, Zach Ertz.
Yeah, they got
Yeah, but I'm
Ertz.
going with Scary Terry.
Scary Terry. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Um,
I'm going wide receiver quarterback. So we got Neighbors on them.
that's a
So
good
I'll switch it up
neighbor.
and go
State Farm
quarterback.
is there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So the NFC, we did that. What we so we did the Giants. We did. No, we're not. So we did Giants, Washington, Cowboys. Definitely not Dak Prescott. Obviously Michael Parsons is jumps out off the page to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely getting. Ace agrees with you. Zach Ertz is definitely something he wants, but I'm going with Michael Parsons for the Cowboys.
Mm.
No, but
Okay.
if this was a few years ago, definitely Jonathan Martin. But you definitely want um uh you know
Zach
we definitely
Martin.
want
Scary Terry.
Yeah, I'm going with Michael Parsons. Who you got for the Cowboys?
I'm gonna go with CeeDee Lamb.
Um, by the way, Game Boy 305 wants Dak Prescott. He calls him the Tyler Hero of the NFL.
Oh, the NFL. Okay,
Yeah, that's what
I'll
Dak
take it
Prescott
and
is.
go with Dak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Lamb. I know man of the hour doesn't believe in him,
hmm
so
Hey, and you
I
say
want
you
to go
like
him.
lamb chops, so why not?
Well, I got the special sauce to put on those lamb chops, so it's good. I'll take them. Yeah.
So, all right. What's the next? What's the last team? Obviously, with the Eagles, you have a lot of places to go with the Eagles. Um,
Hmm.
I'm taking back Vic Fangio. No.
Right.
Listen, now that we got the fucking Jalen Ramsey and fucking Javon Holland out the building, fuck
Hmm.
that. I took listen, I poached Andy Reid. So fuck it. That's it. That's my final answer. I'm taking back a Big Fangio. Big Fangio, I don't give a fuck about your mom. You're coming back to Florida.
Mm.
You're the highest paid defensive coordinator.
You're not
Uh,
what
have her ass come back to Florida.
poaching Banjo from the Eagles?
Yep, that's who I'm poaching. I'm bringing back
No, I'm
Fangio.
gonna
Sorry, Fangio, you're coming
the
back.
guy who I wanted originally in that draft,
Oh,
Smith
Barkley
the
is good too.
Waddle. I'm gonna go with Smitty.
Smitty.
Yeah, the Slim Reaper.
Actually, I
That's who
want to
I'm
go. I'm
poaching.
gonna go with the other one, the one that they got from the Titans.
I guess I could poach Saquon.
Yeah,
I
Saquon is
got
good.
one running back, and that was what's his name? Who I poached. I didn't even get Derrick Henry from the Ravens. I got what's his name? Was the running back that I poached.
Daniel Berry Sports. What's up, Daniel
What
Berry?
AFC running back I grabbed?
Good to see you, man.
Was it Dobbins? No,
No.
it wasn't him.
Oh.
When we did the Chargers on Spaces. I remember it was one running back out of it. Oh, it was Jonathan Taylor. That's who it was.
Hey, make sure y'all hitting the
That was
like
who I
button.
poached. He was the only running
Um,
back I poached because that's who
no.
we should have drafted.
So so we're concluded with the AFC NFC East.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah, and
That
finally
was the Eagles,
we're gonna do the NFC West is next.
the West. So
Yeah.
with the Rams, who you poaching from the Rams? Stafford or Puka Nakua? Nakua.
Uh, uh,
I might
um.
go with Puka. Or
Yeah.
what about Atwell?
Yeah.
Atwell.
I'll go with Puka Nakua. What the hell?
Yeah.
We listen. We already got a Samoan Polynesian fan base here already. Why not add
Yeah,
something?
might as well add to it, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go with Puka
And
from
remember,
we poking.
people remember Zach Wilson is Polynesian too. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. So we got the Rams. Let's go with the Seahawks. Who you getting? I'm getting Njigma. No, Charbonnet. I'm sorry. I just like the name. It sounds
Charbonnet.
like a delicacy. Yeah. This definitely sound like food. I'm gonna get some Charbonnet. It could fit for any kind of food or
Actually,
special dish or a famous dish. Sounds
Charbonnet
like an
sounds like
alcohol.
Charbonnet sounds
Sounds
like fancy toilet paper.
or it sounds like sounds. It could be cologne. It could be anything
Charbonnet, no,
fancy.
Charbonnet sounds like fancy. Hey man, man, I went to the bathroom, man. He had some good He had that Charbonnet. Oh man, I don't think I could go back to regular
Or you
toilet.
could say, or you could say that that person was wearing Charbonnet. It's like it sounds like something fancy. It just the
Yeah,
name. It implies that you're wearing something very elegant, or it has something to do with elegance. Charbonnet.
Oh man, I forgot. You know what?
Yeah.
Your Game Boy 305. I redact my. I am getting Devontae Parker out of retirement, and then I'm poaching Devontae Parker.
Oh God. You just destroyed the whole freaking team, Bill. My goodness. I about fell out the damn hammock, man. Uh, Charbonnet. Mm.
But no, so okay, so with the Rams, I'm taking Poker Nakua, whatever. Poker Nakua also sounds like a fancy Hawaiian, some kind of Polynesian food.
Yeah, Puka Nakua. Yeah, it sounds like a degenerative disease. You
Actually,
got Puka Nakua.
Poker Nakua sounds Poker
Oh
Nakua
my
sounds
God.
more like Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, right. It's something like that, right? It sounds like he's like, I got a case of Puka Nakua. It's like a degenerative disease or something, like you got a complex or something. Yeah, I went out with that date last night and she gave me Puka Nakua.
Just for the record, the views and expressions of crypto do not reflect those of the FinCrypto. There's plenty of its affiliates.
Oh man.
All right, we got the Rams. Let's say the Seahawks.
Yeah, we did it. That was Charbonnet. That's who I posted
Seahawks, yeah,
for
Seahawks.
him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my bad. Seahawks. Who do I
Unless,
got from the
unless you
Seahawks?
want to get the
Damn.
receiver
Listen, I
Nick.
was gonna poach. No, I don't know, man. From the Seahawks, who do I want from the fucking Seahawks? Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I got my famous delicate cologne, Charbonnet.
Yeah,
I'll go splash on some Charbonnet before I go out
yeah.
on
You
my
know what?
date tonight.
I'm gonna go with you from default. San Francisco, obviously. Nick Bosa
Mm, Nick
right
Bosa.
now because
No, I
that's
can't
the
do
only thing they
Bosa.
got good right now.
I'm going to go with freaking Trey Williams. Did I say his name right? I'm hacking up everybody's name. You know, I'm talking about the tackle.
No pigeons for me.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go with the tackle,
All
the
right.
best tackle. Or well, hell, why not? You're not gonna get Christian McCaffrey? Make him your second running back. I can make him. I guess I can make him my second running back.
Yeah, I'd rather go with Nick Bosa. He's a beast.
And what about freaking Mr. Irrelevant?
He's still irrelevant.
Oh man, you don't want to give him a shot.
Mm.
But see, the thing is, they got rid of Lance. What's his name? He came in and filled in, right? Lance is gonna have a chance to sit there and study behind. If somehow Justin Herbert go down, they be fine. They got a good coaching staff there. Um, but what's his name? Did anybody in his camp say they was gonna give him 60 million? Is that what the number 55? Well, he has to be signed because he's 4 year. He was drafted in the 7th round.
Mm.
So damn, because the next highest contract is him. I think Josh Allen is due up for an extension or something. Theirs is coming back around because remember the Bills signed him early, but Joe Burrow got paid kind of early. So it'd be Burrow, um,
I agree with Nick Bosa.
Bosa. I'm just not a fan of any of the Bosas.
Yeah.
I don't like him or his brother. Um, Let me see. Damn, it was another quarterback that's due. So Josh Allen got paid. Mahomes actually, I think, is coming around if they're gonna renegotiate him because they obviously once he gets another supermax, he's gonna get more than anybody this time around, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. Because he got the $500 million 10 year deal. Of course, they renegotiated that like 3 different times, restructured it a couple of times to where Mahomes is not the highest paid, even though his initial contract was out there, that 10-year, $500 million thing contract. So Allen, Burrow, who I'm trying to see, it was another person got paid early. Damn, Dak just recently got his, and he's like right at the beginning of the season, so he is officially the highest paid Dak. That's why I say that's only gonna last for one season. Once Burrow, Allen, and Purdy gets their money. So if Purdy gets his money, damn, he could become the highest paid. Wow. That's if San Francisco. They will, because they're not drafting a quarterback. So yeah, they're gonna pay him.
Yeah, sure. Listen, get the last pick of the draft and draft another mystery relevant.
They're not. They messed up their tank then. You know, they messed it up. That's crazy. But yeah, I think I'm taking the tackles, Williams. I'm McCaffrey.
Hey, Breeze, what's up? Allen signed an extension like a month ago. Yep, he did.
An extension. What's the extension? I guess nobody really discussed that.
Yeah, he signed like $55 million a year extension, whatever. By the time his extension kicks in, he's gonna be a bargain. You know, quarterback's gonna be like 60, 65 million. He's
Right,
gonna
because
be
Purdy's about to get 60 million once he signs.
oh shit.
It's probably gonna get 60. And then Eichenberg is up for an extension.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be due about 35 million or so.
Yeah. Oh,
All these
people
guys
really
gonna get
riot.
paid.
People really riot.
Get what? They was already mad. When he got his 1-2 year deal last time. Batman was boy. That day was classic.
What day? What day was that?
The day they extended Eichenberg.
Oh, they're not
Oh
serious.
man,
They're not serious.
they're not serious. The Dolphins are not serious. You give me a Eichenberg, you're not serious. I told you. I said, Batman, you can move the goalpost, Batman. You're gonna do that. Damn, I got 2 zippers on this thing. What is this?
All right.
Yeah, that is another zipper.
So we did
Weird.
the all right, what's the next team? We're up. We have
We got the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
The Cardinals
Easy.
will be them.
Maserati Marv. Definitely.
Marv. I'm poaching Marv.
Yeah, Marv. Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm gonna poach. You're not
Kyler
gonna
Murray?
get Mighty Mouse, Kyler Murray,
No, I'm good. Maybe for the Marlins, I would.
for the Marlins.
I'll poach him for the Marlins.
Yeah, he did say he did say he was considering playing baseball, right? He did play baseball, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Shout out to
Said if he
you,
didn't get
Say
drafted,
Breeze.
he was
Appreciate
he
you
was
for
gonna play
coming through.
baseball.
I haven't seen Say Breeze here, but appreciate you, Say Breeze. Make sure you hit the like button and all that good shit. So we did the 49ers, we did the Rams, we did the Seahawks, and we ended it with what's the other team then? Seahawks 40, we did the 49ers, so we're good then. So pretty much we're done with the NFL then.
Yeah, because we did that's the last team in the West, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Damn.
All right.
That's
Here we
crazy.
go.
Man.
This is a good topic for the slow time. Most iconic NFL coaches. let's add a few quarterbacks to this list. So we have Vince Lombardi, obviously Bill Belichick, Don Shula, Tom Landry, right?
Hmm.
Let's add 5 coaches in on modern rosters. We're talking 5 coaches on modern rosters that should be in this category. Obviously, Mike Tomlin is it jumps off the page as one of those coaches that should be on this list.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah,
say?
yeah. Yep. Yeah, Tomlin should be added. Yep.
Sean Payton.
Sean has an argument.
Oh, definitely Andy Reid is going to be
You got to
on this
remember
list.
Andy Reid. And you got to remember other coaches that won more than twice. That would be Joe Gibbs.
Joe Gibbs. I'm talking about no. This is for modern. We're not talking about all the time now. We just went that's on modern rosters right now. This coaching today.
No, that's coaching today. Yeah. So Reed and
Mike Tomlin.
Peyton, Tomlin, because everybody else is pretty much new, kind of like just
What about
getting.
John Harbaugh?
Mm, John, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's got a title. Then he has a title. He has a title. He was the coach when they won last one, right?
Uh,
Dilfer. He
nah,
was.
damn. Brian Flores should be on that list. No, I don't think so. I
Was
don't
he
think
was
Brian.
he there with Dilfer? Because he's in this. What year is John Harbaugh's in now? He's
Game
been
Boy
there for
305
15
thinks
plus years.
Mike McDaniel should be on this list.
Oh my goodness. I think Brian Flores could be on this list.
Uh, that's what he said. Look,
Mm. Oh yeah. Bill Wash, Tom Landry. It's weird because you think about the choaching tree, the starts of the tree starts with Landry
hmm
and what's in Shula. Huh? Bill Walsh.
What do you think about? Even though he didn't win the title, what do you think of Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan?
Mm. He puts me in mind of we left out one who actually won. That was
Who's
Pete
that?
Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Yeah, Pete Carroll.
He goes above Shanahan to me. He bring Shanahan would be in the next tier. And I would now I put McVay ahead of Shanahan.
Sirianni, as much as I hate him, multiple Super Bowl
Sirianni ahead of
appearances.
him. Yeah, Sirianni goes ahead of him. Technically, yeah, you think about it.
Uh-huh.
Uh, you know, I put him in that tier where you got you got the team, you just can't get past that threshold. I put Shanahan in the McDermott category,
McDermott, yeah.
where you have all the talent, you have just enough, and you just got that one boogeyman that keeps knocking you out of the way.
Which is Patrick Mahomes, the guy they should have drafted instead of giving
All
him to
right.
the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should have just yeah.
Oh, Bill Cowher?
Bill
No, we're
Cowher.
just
No,
we're just
that's the current one. Yeah, he's
yeah, just current
retired.
coaches.
Cause Cowher and Dungy would be in the category
Oh
together.
hell yeah, definitely. Dungy's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I think is Dungy already
Right.
in the Hall of Fame
I don't know if he's in
as a
yet,
coach?
but he's definitely a first ballot. Uh, yeah, once he's eligible. I mean, he's eligible because he's been retired for a while. I don't even know if he's in. I think he might be in
Yeah.
as a coach. Yeah,
hmm
he could go as a player too. He was a good player, but Cowher and Dungy, they're in that tier where they had good runs. They was able to get one during the Brady era,
hmm
right?
Yeah.
So that's a very strong resume to have, is to have multiple Super Bowls in the Brady era.
Oh, Mike
So
Tomlin,
yeah,
yeah, but Mike, like just like
Mike
Mike Tomlin, he
Tomlin
has
already has two. Yeah, he
mm-hmm.
has two. Yeah.
Well, one. He has one. He's
Well,
been
that's
to
right.
two.
Coward won the other one. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Coward is the one that won the other one. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He been to two, but yeah, he won one. Yeah, he lost to the Packers. Yeah, Packers. Yeah, and there was another one in there, Marty Schottenheimer. But yeah, I would say John Harbaugh is definitely, because he won under Ozzy. Well, I think Ozzy had
Ozzy
already been
Osbourne.
there. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, he already been there and built, start team building. So then they had not I'm thinking about Fossil. Who was the other coach that coached? That used to coach, and was it Jim Fossil?
That's a funny name for an old guy. Fossil.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
You know, fossil
get out the
fuel,
way, you old fossil. Hey,
fossil
how did you
fuel,
know my name?
fossil. Right. That is okay. Yep, it's a fossil. Mm, he's an old fossil.
So, what about McVay?
Mm, McVay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said that's why I said McVay even goes ahead of
Shanahan.
Shannon. Yeah.
All right.
Now his dad, as far as being the one so old in that tier, because his dad was able to pull out um a one Super Bowl.
You got to pick only one of these running backs. Larry Zonka, O.J.
Give
Simpson,
mm-hmm.
Bo
Give
Jackson, or
me
Campbell. I'm taking. Give me O.J. Simpson, the greatest running back of all time.
oh my goodness. So did the glove so the glove did fit. The glove must fit for OJ then. We're gonna go with
Dick Vermeil.
Camel. Yeah, Dick Vermeil.
Uh,
Dick
Raphael
Onion
Cartwright.
Vermeil. Yeah,
Hey,
I was
girl.
gonna go Bo
Hey,
Jackson
listen. Hey,
too.
girl. I'm gonna give you my Dick Vermeil. Yeah. Dick, sounds like a
Right.
meal.
Right.
You want my meal? My Dick
You want my
Vermeil.
Dick Vermeil? Right. Jeez.
You want my dick for a meal?
Right.
No, but
You got I'm gonna go with Raphael Courtwright. I'm gonna go Bo Jackson. He's the one that stays for me, even though I hated the Raiders.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Bo. I
Bo
would
knows.
pick Earl Campbell out of spite, but I'm gonna go Bo. Bo was just too dynamic,
Yeah, I'm going with
despite the
OJ.
busted hip.
The juice is loose, baby.
We're gonna go with the juice. Okay.
Hey,
OJ was good.
hey.
Orenthal J. Simpson. Man, that was such a tragedy how his whole life story was, from triumph to spiral to, you know, that the case, obviously the trial of the century ended in his acquittal. Then years later, he gets busted for
Stealing his own
stealing his own merchandise and getting punished based on him winning the case back in '95,
Mhm.
which is crazy. That's like that
By the
was
way, I
overkill.
remember I was in high school. Where I was in high school, I was in the classroom. I was in Carroll City High School, and we had a few white teachers,
Hmm.
and they were the only ones that were angry with the verdict. Dog, when they said not guilty, everybody, dude, you could have swore somebody scored a fucking touchdown.
Yeah, it's like a football stadium. Yeah, it's crazy. I was overseas when the verdict came. I was in Germany. I was watching it on TV. It was like 9, 10
OJ
o'clock at night.
OJ put 4 Broncos on the map.
Yeah, it did. Those cars start selling like hotcakes, huh? The white Broncos, I think you couldn't even get the white Broncos no more. Huh?
But yeah, man, it
Yep.
was like they scored a touchdown. Man, we were all cheering.
Right.
We were giving each other high fives and shit. The juice is loose.
Juice is loose. Mm. Mm-hmm. Juice is loose. Yep. So yeah, you keeping him no Zonka for the battering ram, huh? Or the battering ram with Earl Campbell. Yeah. That's a good running back group though. That's a good group. So Shake, you gonna go with the juice?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. We'll take it.
Take it to the limit
To
one
the
more
limit.
time.
Yep, one more time.
Let me see what's this next one. Here we go. Let's do tight ends here.
Gonzalez.
Man, I'm sorry.
Shannon Sharp.
Listen,
Yeah.
Shannon
Yeah.
Sharp.
Yeah, I'm going with Shannon.
Even though he's a LeBron sexual,
Yeah, he is a good one.
I'm not gonna hold that against him for being a Braun sexual. I'm going with Uncle Shay Shay.
Mm. Yeah, I'll go with Shannon. Yeah. Kelsey, oof, that is a hell of a group. Damn.
Gronkowski is good too, but Uncle Shay
If
Shay.
I'm running with just based on
Listen,
just raw
Uncle
ability,
Shay Shay took Elway over
yeah,
the edge. You know what I'm saying? And he won with Baltimore. Tom Brady,
yeah,
Gronkowski had Tom Brady to win. So that and Travis Kelsey
both times, yeah.
had Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
when you think about it, yeah, those tight ends that won,
yeah,
he
so
won with
Tom
two
Brady,
different teams.
yeah, Tom Brady and Kelsey with Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with those two.
Yeah.
Shay Shay, Uncle Shay Shay, that's my dog. What's up, my bone?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
What's up, my bone?
All right, let me listen. These are questions for my fellow 420 people, right? And we got six people watching on the Fins tailgate. If you are watching and you partake in 420 activities, right? What
Mm-hmm.
is your go-to munchies? My go-to munchies is definitely Reese's Pieces. Was one of my go-to munchies, man. When I had the
I
munchies,
just got through eating some of my go-to munchies. That's popcorn.
not the buttercups. I'm talking about I used to stick some in the and with a glass of milk. Real milk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking that almond bullshit, that oat bullshit. I'm talking about
No,
real milk
no,
that
I
came from
don't
a
buy
cow's
milk no
titties.
more. I don't drink it. He was not supposed to be drinking cow's milk.
I don't give a
I
shit. I'm
drink
drinking it
I
anyway.
drink regular milk from nuts and seeds.
I'm
Seed
drinking
milk or nut milk.
I'm drinking cow milk.
Almonds, coconut, macadamia nut, walnut,
Mm-hmm.
peanuts.
Oh yeah.
That's the kind of milk I'm getting.
Listen, if I can't drink regular milk, I have no reason to live. So,
I can't. Yeah, I can't drink that no more.
all
It's
right.
not good.
Hey. More
His
for me.
humans are not meant to drink from other
Hey,
mammals.
more for me, damn it.
We're not
Well,
we're
trust me,
not
there's a lot of things that
created to drink milk from another. We're the only species on Earth that drinks milk from another mammal.
I don't think we were supposed to ingest meth either, but here we are. We're not supposed to huff paint either, but here we are.
Meth. Oh yeah. Is that a breeze? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yep. Yeah. No
I have to
meth.
eat before I smoke to avoid heartburn. But Reese's with a
Mm,
glass of milk. Oh man.
mm,
Actually, I had to stop myself from because one thing about me, if I have a gallon of milk, right, I could drink that shit in a day.
mm-hmm.
So I had to stop myself.
Right.
But yeah. Oh man, Intimates donuts with some milk. Oh my god, I could. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I could do that shit all day, every day.
Right.
But again, like you said, I agree with you. But listen, every once in a while, I have to treat myself to something.
Right. So it's like partaking in a brownie and vanilla sundae. You indulge now. You know you're gonna pay for it later, but you
Mm-hmm.
indulge in those brownies and those strawberry shortcake and what other desserts out there.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, okay, I'll gorge on this now, but I know I'm gonna pay for it later. But I gotta get my binge on. Yeah.
Okay, my go-to is tortillas, chips with salsa and queso.
Chip.
As for milk, I pretty much stopped. I just
You
use half
remember
and half for my coffee.
you remember as a kid they used to sell corn nuts?
Mm-hmm.
I think they still do sell them, the flavored ones where you can get with barbecue ones, you can get Cool Ranch ones,
Yeah. So what I
different
do,
flavored cheese the corn nuts they used to sell.
what I do if I want
Yeah.
to indulge in milk, I get the chug-a-lugs. You know those chug-a-lugs, those little half pints, whatever, and that's perfect for
Mm-hmm.
me. I get my milk fix, and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But cheese, I can't live without the cheese, and that's milk made with milk. You know what I'm saying?
What about um
Oh, I
what
need
about
cheese.
the regular pepper jack cheese?
Munster cheese is my favorite.
So you don't eat jack cheeses?
No, no, no. I like Munster. My wife loves that shit. Pepper jack. Oh, she loves that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me
No,
too, yeah.
actually, listen. If they said I can only have milk or cheese, I'm taking cheese. 10 out of 10 times.
Okay. Cool.
Oh man, that's definitely something. I'm like, fuck it. Just shoot me in the head right now if I can't have cheese. Just shoot me in the
Mm.
head. Fuck it. I
Right.
have no reason. Listen, the Dolphins suck. I have no reason to live. Fuck it.
Right.
It's ended already.
Mm. It's ended already, huh? Damn, Shake.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I believe, hey, listen. Oh, shout out to EM. EM in the building. What's up, EM?
Oh, damn. Who's that?
That's the Texas legend right there, dog.
Mm. Okay.
By the
Damn.
way, he
Trying to figure out who these individuals is. They're just
just so
crawling
you
out of
know,
bed.
man.
I'm just trying to figure these people out. Damn.
Speaking of
EM
people,
Dolphin.
hey,
That
listen,
says EM Dolphin fan. Does that mean he's a Dolphin fan
hey,
or
listen, EM,
a fan of
EM,
Dolphins
hey,
or what?
you know how
What does
we
that
talked
mean,
about,
Shake?
hey, you know how we talked about how OJ evaded the police. Well, this motherfucker right here, EM, he evaded the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, he did. I think he actually used that Bronco. that OJ was
Yeah, he
I
used the
think he
white
bought the
Bronco to get
Bronco.
away from the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, he used the white Bronco to get
Yeah, somebody
away.
called
Yeah,
the
that's
Texas
right.
Rangers on EM, man. That's how bad. That's EM is such a badass that they called the Texas Rangers on him.
Yeah, he's we had that split screen
Hmm.
watching. Next thing you know, we're watching the Bronco leave out of a compound in Texas, coming down the highway. Yeah, it was a compound in Texas that Bronco was fleeing from. It's like, yeah, yeah. They said this EM guy was inside.
Hmm.
Then he he was carrying a whole bunch of paraphernalia. Oh, I don't know what the paraphernalia was, but he was carrying something. Yeah, I had my one of my baseball games interrupted,
Hmm.
for that split screen moment that they had with the
Yeah.
Texas Rangers.
And by the way, Popovich is in the hospital now, man. He had a stroke in San Antonio. So prayers to my man
Recently.
Popovich.
Oh, this something that just happened, Jake,
Yeah,
tonight?
earlier this week,
Oh, this week. Oh,
he
man.
fainted at a restaurant,
Yeah.
and they
Oh
rushed him to the
man.
hospital.
His health is kind of going down on him now. Yeah, I hope he's doing all right because strokes are hard to come back from, especially depends on the severity of it. You
Yeah.
you just never the same. You once you recover from one, they said like the time to it's like you're never really truly 100% once you do have once you do actually have one. You never get back to your full capacity because a lot of brain cells they said die because of it. 'Cause that's all it is. It's a brain attack. It's basically a stroke. It's the equivalent to a heart attack, but with the brain.
By the way, here's the
So
tour doll. The tour doll.
yeah,
EM, what's
there you
going
go.
on, EM?
That's the
Hey,
king of concussions.
Shake
No.
Money. What's
What's good?
good, bro?
Hey, real quick, hey,
Mm.
what's good,
So
man?
what's going on? Mm.
Boy, hey, it sound like y'all getting it in.
Yeah, man.
Boy,
Yeah, I'm out here
somebody
chilling.
feeling good right now. It sound like y'all are getting it in, gentlemen.
I got me a glass
Oh
of
yeah, I
Josh
see
wine.
it.
You gotta do it. Yeah, he got one. I'm just chilling in my backyard. I'm laying in a hammock right now. I'm just chilling out in the yard, man.
That's what's up. I just
gotta
Yeah,
can't.
start
man.
drinking.
I
I
was
gotta
just
start
doing that.
drinking more wine because I'm studying for my level 3 next year, and part of the wine, part of the examination is you got to drink wine, and
Hmm.
you have to tell me. I have to tell the person what I have to write a description of the wine, and I have to. So if I take a sip, I have to let them know if it's Cabernet, Pinot Noir, or it's gonna be a bitch.
Mm.
Mm,
That's
But
what's up, Shake.
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Shit,
So
that's
crypto.
cool.
I just can't. Shit, I've been out back all pretty much all night too. So I just came inside probably about 30 minutes ago.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah, I was just chilling. Like, it was warm. I like, let me go chill out, because
happy
I had
Easter
it
too,
set
by the
up
way,
and
Ian.
everything.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, yep.
hey,
Yeah, had it.
salute,
Happy
salute.
Easter.
Hey, by the
Yeah, I
way,
set everything up.
y'all remember this
Mm,
jersey swap?
right.
Uh, mm,
DJ
Yeah.
Metcalf
yeah, yeah,
and by the way, hey, you remember Karate Kid?
yeah.
Remember so after Daniel's son won the tournament, they
Hmm.
showed they had pictures of the after party.
Mr. Miyagi.
Mm,
Hey
mm,
man,
mm.
he went out with a bang, baby. Yeah.
Miyagi. Man.
He went out with a bang. I can't blame him. Hey man.
Mm.
So yeah, I had to my that the newest edition of newest episode of Godfather Harlem came out. Just dropped. They drop it every Sunday
Is this
night at
like
midnight.
Yeah.
Is this
And
like
I
the rerun or this actual new
no, this the
episode?
new this the new season. And
Oh, okay.
Is that the
boy,
one?
that's
Is that the one about the one that Denzel Washington played at one time?
Mm.
well, they just injured. Well, the actual. Well, you talk about American Gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he.
think the guy. Who's the guy? The guy. He looks like he's awake and half sleep at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talk about Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Forrest
Bumpy.
Whitaker.
He
Yeah,
plays
Forrest
the
Whitaker.
character of
Bumpy
Bump.
Johnson.
Yeah, but in American Gangster, Denzel didn't play Bumpy. He played his protege. He played Frank Lucas. So they just this episode that just dropped. They just introduced his character, Frank Lucas' character, into the series. So
Okay.
and yeah,
These
they
are real
brought.
people too, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part.
What's that?
Yeah, he's
I
a
said
very good
real
actor. I
people. It's
like
not like
Forrest
they're
Whitaker.
made up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
like
Forrest
that.
Whitaker. He's a good
That's why I
actor.
loved it. That's why I love the series so much. Because it's it's got it's based off actual people actual real characters,
Mhm.
and the storyline is fucking phenomenal, bro. Like it's my shit. Like so,
Mhm.
Sopranos is like my favorite TV series ever. Godfather Harlem is starting to slowly take that crown away, bro. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, phenomenal. I highly recommend it to anybody. Phenomenal series, especially if you're into the mob genre. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. So what's good, fellas? What's going on?
You
Not
watched
much.
it on the
Yeah.
Superbox or is it on the Netflix?
No. It's on MG. It's you can
MGM
find it on the
station.
Superbox, but I
Mhm.
watched it on my Direct TV. We
Yeah.
got
I want to watch The
Okay.
Sopranos now.
oh boy, you don't
Mhm.
boy you let the best things in life pass you by, my friend.
That's
It
what's
was
up.
The Sopranos.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah.
oh,
That's
okay.
still it's still on my rotation. I tell you another one too, Boardwalk Empire. Um, it came right. It like it came right after Sopranos. The people that created the Sopranos, they developed. They made Boardwalk Empire as well. Well, some people.
Boardwalk
Not
Empire.
yeah. It is fucking. If you're into the
Mm.
mob genre,
Mhm.
phenomenal series. Like it basically foretells the how organized crime got started in America. During the
Mhm.
prohibition era.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck, it was phenomenal show, bro. That's another one too. But Godfather Harlem, I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah.
It is it's
Mudbones and
definitely.
Godfather is all of that.
Dolphin Don said
Oh
Nucky
yeah,
Thompson.
yep, Nucky Thompson. Yeah, that's what the
Mm.
character, the main character in
That's inside of the Harlem
No,
Godfather of Harlem.
I seen they show
Nucky
like
Thompson in there.
they show clips of it on YouTube,
Mm.
and apparently somebody raped Bumpy Johnson's daughter or somebody's daughter, whatever, and he had big dick, whatever, to rape his ass.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
don't worry, I'm not going to kill you.
yeah,
Here's
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
he
They
had
would,
some dude rape him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They would have to kill me first, bro. Fuck out of
Mm.
here.
It's
But
like you got to take me up out of here.
yeah, yeah. It's um, yeah. I highly recommend it though, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you get a chance, Shake Crypto. I don't know if Crypto you seen The
I seen
Sopranos
some
either.
episodes of the Sopranos. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you only seen a few. You hadn't seen the whole series.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole series. Yeah,
Oh
but I
yeah,
seen a few episodes of it.
yeah. Belt, Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire, Godfather Harlem, The Wire. Um, yeah, those are like my favorites of all time, man.
Well,
So
hey man,
Mm-hmm.
I think you recommend to watch Casino. It was a pretty good movie. I like Casino.
yeah, yeah.
That shit, dude. Listen, I'm sure you're the same with your brother, bro. I would fucking I would put my life on the line to save my brother, and to fucking I think that would probably be like one of the worst things ever to see my brother
Oh
get killed.
yeah, family member beat to death like that in front of you first, and then
Yeah.
that happened in real life too. Like Casino was one of the more accurate in terms of real life depictions.
Mhm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
because I've heard, I've seen seen interviews of people that were from that era was in his crew, And so like, yeah, they beat like in real life. They beat both of them. They killed both of the Spalat. Their names were Spalatro. They killed both brothers, beat them to death like that. But they didn't. The only thing that was fictional surrounding their death in the movie was that they didn't kill them in that cornfield. They buried them there in
Right.
real life, but they killed them actually in somebody's basement in Chicago, and then transported the bodies to the cornfield and buried them. But everything else was
Damn.
pretty darn accurate.
But you know what's funny is that would be worse, man. If you buried alive, half badly beaten where you can't move.
Yeah, bro. Like they be man that like when I first I wasn't expecting that. Like when I first seen Casino, we saw it. I wasn't expecting them to get. I wasn't expecting that. And when it happened, that was one of the more violent scenes you'll ever see in a movie, bro. That shit was like. And then like the sound effects too when the bats
Like
were
the
hitting.
baseball bats.
Yeah, well,
Hey, by
hitting
the way,
that. You heard
by the way,
bones cracking and shit.
When Chris Greer, actually, I thought of Casino when Mike McDaniels told Ross to pay Chris Greer. I thought of that scene. You Jew motherfucker! Don't you ever go over my head? You went over my head.
Yeah.
Don't you ever
Yeah.
go over my head?
Yeah. Yeah, Casino was nice, man. It's one of my favorites too.
What about the one where the guys were counting cards or whatever, and they broke the guy's hands?
What was that now?
The guys were counting cards or something like that, and they took the guys out back and broke one of their hands.
Oh, you talking about the guys that were cheating? That was Oh yeah, they fucked him up. I don't know though. They told his buddy. Remember, they got his boy and brought him back there. They told him you can either have the money and the hammer, or you can you can walk out of here. I don't know, man. He had like what $500,000 on the table. I might have said, well, you know what? Go ahead and you can break this hand. Give me that money. That's 500 large, baby. Go ahead. Do what you do, but make sure I'm taking that money with me. So
for $100,000, you fix your hand. That's four. You still have.
Oh hell yeah, you good? Yeah. I would have went right to the emergency room, got it all taken care of, and I would have had 500 G's in my pocket. I would have been a rich man. So yeah. But yeah, that was Casino was definitely one of the better movies, mob movies for sure. So yeah.
What about as far as what about Untouchables? When we had De Niro playing Al Pacino.
Yeah, I'm a fan. It ain't one of my favorites, but it was a good movie. But I don't put it in my Mount Rushmore, or like all my movies for the most part are on my a lot of my movies are on my rotation, but Untouchables aren't one of them for some reason.
Give me your Mount Rushmore then. Your four top mafia movies.
Damn, Shake, you put me on the spot right now, bro.
Yeah.
God damn, man.
That's what we do here, baby.
Okay. Starting at number 5.
All right.
I'm gonna start at number 5. Does it have to be movies or it could be TV shows as well? Just movies, right?
Yeah, just movies. You can do series next if you want. But.
Okay, number 5 is going to be okay. Okay, let's see. Number 5 is going to be it was called Mobsters. Came out in like 95, I think, and it had Christian Slater in it. It was based off Lucky Luciano, Frank Costello, Meyer Lansky.
Christian Slater was in that one.
Oh yeah, he played Lucky, and it's one of the more underrated in my opinion, mob movies ever. Underrated, very underrated. Obviously, the number 4, I would say Godfather is number 4. I would say 3 is going to be Hoodlum.
Yeah, that's the one that came to my mind. Yeah, Hoodlum.
Hoodlum was very good. I love that one. Number 2, I would say, is going to be Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco is underrated as well. That's to me, Donnie
That don't ring a bell. I'm trying to figure out.
with Al Pacino and Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and
It's
you
probably
watched
why I
that
know.
was funny.
This probably.
I want to watch. I want to watch Donnie
I've never
Brasco
been a
more
big
ever
fan
since
of Johnny Depp, but yeah.
Who's that guy? The guy who does the mob podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Michael
Oh, talk
Francis.
about Michael Francis. Yeah.
Mm.
So I think Donnie Brasco's number 2. Damn, number 1, my favorites of all time.
Mm.
Damn, man. Probably, you know what? It's going to be A Bronx Tale, I think.
I haven't seen that one yet. I'm gonna watch that one tomorrow.
Very good. It's not as violent as like, Goodfellas, and it's not as violent as other mob-based movies, but the storyline was phenomenal, bro. Definitely highly recommend A Bronx Tale.
Right.
Yeah,
might be my favorite one.
The creator was actually the star of the movie.
Yeah.
He was on Michael Francis, and he talked about how that movie came about, and
Chaz Palmintero or something like that.
Yeah, he was gonna sell it. I forgot who it was, but the guy's like, I don't want you as the main actor. He's like, fuck that shit, hell no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He finally got it done.
Yeah, it was. It's a classic. Definitely, it's definitely a classic, bro. Love Bronx Tale, man. Some of the other ones too, though.
Was in it.
Yeah, Robert De Niro was in it. You had a lot of older, like characters you see in The Sopranos. They played in there, like, they pretty much recycle like a lot of the Italian when they have mob-based movies. Excuse me, not Bronx Tale is number 1. Not Bronx. Gotti is number 1. Sorry, my bad. Gotti, and I'm gonna talk about the one with John Travolta. I'm talking about the one that came out in '95 with Armand Assante. That is, and you can find that free on YouTube, bro. That, to me, that is my favorite mafia movie ever. It was phenomenal, bro. It was obviously John Gotti's story, but it was phenomenal, dude. That one was probably my favorite. So, but Bronx Tale was up there too. Bronx Tale was phenomenal as well. But
Dolphin Don said Untouchables.
I mean, like I said, I like the Untouchables, but it's just not one of my favorites. You know what I mean? I don't like when if I don't have nothing going on and I turn the TV on and I see like, Bronx Tale, Gotti, Goodfellas, Casino, I'm watching it. If nothing else is popping. But so, they played it Untouchables all the time. I'll watch it every so often, once every blue moon, but it's just not one of my favorites, But it was a good movie though. You know what I mean? It was a good movie, but it's just it's just not one of my favorites. So yeah. Yep. So what's good, man?
And real quick, I'm gonna start a debate here.
What's that?
All right, everybody in the chat, if you want to debate with me, let's debate. Let's have this debate. I think it's one of the more important debates in our society. It's an old debate, and I think I know it may stir some pots here, but I think this debate needs to be had, and let's have it right now. You ready, guys? Crypto, you ready?
Yeah. What's up? What's going on? Yeah, I'm here.
All right. It's a little controversial, but I think we need to have this debate.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Damn.
I'm definitely. I do A. I don't care what nobody says. A is my go-to.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Did y'all?
I don't even be paying no attention to what it's called. I just grab it, just long as it works.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch WrestleMania tonight?
No.
No, I missed it.
Good?
I didn't even see it.
Crypto, you
Now,
know it.
is that gonna be on the box? Is that gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
on
yeah.
replay?
I was
Is that
getting
gonna
ready
be
to
on
tell you.
playback?
Yeah. It's gonna be on playback.
It's
I
on.
watched
Isn't it on? Isn't it on
Okay.
Peacock?
Peacock. Yeah, it's on Peacock.
And
I
I
do have
just
Peacock.
canceled my Peacock subscription too, all because of the Super Box. I canceled it. I just
Yeah, I
recently
got.
canceled my Peacock
Yeah,
subscription. I was like, watch, it's gonna be something coming on Peacock that make me want to, sign up. I was like, no, I got the Super Box. I'm just gonna type it in.
yeah. It was. I pulled it. Because I used to be. I mean, I was a big wrestling fan in the early 2000s, 90s.
Yeah, the
I'm
whole
not
'90s
really.
it was jam packed.
Yeah. It was
Now it's
that
different
era.
now.
That era,
Yeah,
it'll never be
that's
eclipsed. That was the best era, golden age of wrestling. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
yeah,
But
for
so
sure.
really, I just turned it on tonight to see if it was, to see it on the Super Box,
What was
and
the main
yeah,
event? They
popped it
had it.
up. It was on like eight different channels.
What
So
was your
you just
favorite era of wrestling again?
probably late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
The
I agree with
the
Yeah,
you.
the NWO and
Yeah,
Attitude Era. That
yeah,
was the golden age, bro.
yeah, NWO. Yeah.
Golden age.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it just
NWO.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Hey, dog,
Yep.
listen. I'm gonna tell you this.
Sting was, not Sting, but Stone Cold was kind of like really escalated that.
Well, not just him. Rock,
Mm-hmm.
Triple H.
And Triple H. Yep.
Well,
Triple
on the
H.
WWF
No.
side, Triple
Mm-hmm.
H, Undertaker, Kane. Bro, it was just like so many stars, man. It was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
bro,
Listen,
it'll
wrestling was
never
so
be.
It
good
was
That's the
back
it
then,
was
golden
jam
age, bro.
packed.
that we
Yeah.
really didn't give a fuck about football season or not. I mean, we still watch football, obviously, but it's like it wasn't like now we're like, damn, I can't wait for football season. Like, fuck that. We got wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This shit
Yeah.
now. Like I watched the main event tonight because now WrestleMania's on 2 days. It's on Saturday and Sunday now.
Yeah, they actually do 2 days of it. Because I
Yeah.
remember when they
So
did it in Philly last year, I'm like, damn, they got two events, like two
yeah.
whole things. It was
I,
crazy.
I will say this though, the main event tonight, with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth
CM Punk.
Rollins. It was a triple threat match. It was
Mm-hmm.
it was a pretty good. It was a very good match, bro. Very good, entertaining. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like I kept trying to get into it and watch, but bro, like this shit, it just looks more it looks more like it's too much like a show. And I know wrestling has been always been scripted, but it's like the
Yeah.
wrestlers from that era, they made it more they made things more believable, in my opinion.
Exactly. They
You
made it
know?
like it's a real true rivalry, like they really was at each other.
And the performances in the ring, it just
Mm-hmm.
made you believe, like, damn, these motherfuckers,
Damn, they really
They hate each other.
exactly.
this shit
They
now,
really
it
hate
just looks
each
like a
other.
show, bro. You can just tell, like even when they're in the ring wrestling, the shit it just looks so staged now, to my opinion. Then now, and I mean, even just the guys on the mic, like you don't hear, like
They
from
don't
that
hide it.
era, to see mic
There's no
skills and
more
everything.
Gorilla Monsoons or no
There's no
damn
more
Bobby
Ric
Heenans,
Flair
Ric
types on the
Flairs.
mic. Ric
Yeah.
Flair on the mic, you know what I'm saying? It's just, bro, this era is like, I don't know. They
Who
more
is the
popular now than
modern?
ever, but I don't get it.
Hey, listen,
Who?
check this out. You look at Dusty Rhodes, right? Dusty Rhodes
Mm.
looked like a fat slob that you find at a bowling alley, but that motherfucker
Mhm.
had charisma like a motherfucker.
He did.
Yeah.
And he could wrestle, bro. Like in the ring, I mean, he was phenomenal, bro. Like things just seemed.
Well,
It
him
just
and
made
Ric
the
Flair,
storyline so much more believable, bro.
him and Ric Flair, oh my God, was
Oh yeah.
probably one of the best rivalries in
Mhm.
wrestling history.
The tag team era was just insane. During that time, the Road Warriors, Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, Freebirds, bro. And then you go to the '90s. I mean, you go to the 2000s with the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys and
Mm-hmm.
Kane and the Undertaker, bro. It's
Yeah.
just no comparison, bro.
Yeah, that
Like
dynamic. Yeah.
this shit now is trash to me. I don't.
Because
They're
you
more
had whole families fighting, like the Von Erichs and the
Oh hell yeah! Like remember
Chicago.
world class wrestling with the Von Erichs, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wished
World
I lived
class.
in. I wish I lived in Texas.
WCCW. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I lived in
WCC.
Texas. Every time I drive by it, the Fort Worth Convention Center is still down. It's still. I don't even know if it's open,
They
but
still be having events there.
I don't think big events. They'll have like like company functions and shit like that, school functions or whatever, like, but no, not nothing big or anything like that. But every time I
Not like a
drive by there, I'm
sporting
like,
event.
damn. Every time I drive by there, I'm like, damn, that I remember when I first moved to Texas, my first year, and I was just driving around, trying to learn the area. And so when I finally drove by Fort Worth Convention Center, I was like, oh shit, that's where it all went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how the Rosemont Horizon was fun in Chicago, outside of Chicago, when they used to have back then it was the World Wrestling Federation. It was WWF. So then the World Wrestling Federation had the Monday night main event, and then they had the monthly Rosemont Horizon events where the wrestling would come to Chicago, and they had the events. That's why I had the first time I got a chance to see Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man fighting a steel cage live. That was crazy. Just to see that, I was like, "Damn, that's just crazy." Yep, right at the Horizon. Went to see him at the Rosemont out there and freaking outside of Chicago. When I saw Macho Man and the Killer Bees fought that year, they was like the tag team at that point, and they fought Tito Santana. I got a chance to see all of them live. Yeah, that was crazy.
Man.
Hell, even it wasn't Butch Reed, it was Coco Beware.
Yeah, I remember Coco.
Was
Yeah.
there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's funny is back in the day when I used to watch Demolition Man, I always thought of Coco Beware.
Yeah,
I
they did
forgot.
have that blonde hair. They had that dye. Yeah. They had the
Demolition.
same
I
hair.
remember Demolition. I remember them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this shit
Demolition.
now, and
Remember
WWE.
the movie? Remember the movie Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes when he dyed his hair blonde?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always think of Coco Beware because remember Coco Beware dyed his
He
hair
had the
blonde
same
too.
blonde. Yeah, he had that blonde hair.
Yeah.
Butch Reed did too. Then Butch Reed
Yeah.
had the same style.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
when Butch Reed teamed up with Ron Simmons. It was called Doom. Remember
Doom,
them?
yeah. I remember, with Doom. Yeah, they was
Yeah.
Doom. Didn't they
Doom.
win? Didn't they used to
Yeah,
have a
they want.
triple team
What's
at one
that?
point? Didn't they
What's
have a
that?
triple team? Triple team. Didn't they do a triple team one point?
I don't think so. I'm not
With
sure.
yeah. I want to say it was Butch
I
Reed,
not.
Beware, and it was somebody else.
I
Was it
know.
Adonis? Was it Adonis or no?
I'm not sure.
Did they want to? No, it was Valentine and Adonis, and it was somebody else. Greg Valentine. Remember Greg the Hammer, and he had somebody
Tony
else on his
Atlas.
team.
I
Tony
know.
Atlas.
I know Harlem Heat. I was big Harlem Heat fans too. Remember Booker T and Stevie Ray?
Booker T. Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite. Cool dudes too, man. I met them.
Booker T.
Yeah, but him and his brother. They at that time too, they had
Yeah,
remember
they're from Houston.
Yeah. They
Oh, he is Booker T from Houston?
Yeah. Remember Ahmed Johnson used to be in the that big old black dude?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Well,
Johnson.
when he left there, he came to WCW for a period and he joined Harlem Heat. He was like their cousin or some shit. And he was called Big T at that time. And yeah, I met all of them. Booker, Ahmed, he didn't talk too much, but Booker T and Stevie Ray was real cool, man.
You know who was another big dude? I wonder whatever happened there. Hold on, one other big dude named Mabel, and I was wondering where he ever came, whatever happened to him.
He passed away.
He did pass away. He was like 500 pounds. I didn't even know he was really that big. I'm like, damn, he's really 500 pounds. I'm like, God damn. The last person I saw that tip 500 was Andre the Giant.
His name was he changed his name.
Big Show was up there too.
He changed his name.
Big Show was over around 500 too.
Remember Viscera?
That motherfucker. That motherfucker, bro. When I tell you,
Yeah,
Big
Big Show.
Show,
Yeah, yeah. He probably
that
had been
dude
500.
is.
I'm like, damn, 500 pounds. I like, god damn.
I don't think Big Show was quite 500. He got to be over 4 though. He got to be
Actually, you know
fit.
Four
what's
in the
funny is
four.
Big Show was
Yeah.
500 pounds, and then they sent him. They real talk because I used to read this on the Sunday papers. They sent him to fat camp, so he was off the camera for a long time. They made his ass lose weight. They wouldn't let
Big
him
Show, they
wrestle.
made him lose weight
Yeah,
until
they made him lose
that
weight.
made no sense because they had Yokozuna and all other 500 pounders.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Damn,
actually,
and he
when they
was
got to a
600
certain
pounds.
when they got to a certain weight, they made him lose weight. Son of a bitch.
Oh, was they dropping like flies? That the reason? Tony
Well,
Atlas.
because
Yeah.
you're pretty much putting your wrestlers at risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They start getting on that 500 threshold. Yeah. At least you can manage them at 4. When Bundy was in the 4s, he never reached. I don't think he ever reached 500. Bundy was around 460. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I think he topped in the 460s. I want to say Bundy, and it was another one, Avalanche. They was like in around there, in the mid 400s. At
They
when they
had
peaked out.
y'all remember Typhoon?
Mm-hmm.
He was at him and it was Typhoon and
Yeah, Typhoon.
they
Yeah,
used to call themselves the
Typhoon.
natural disaster. It was Typhoon and
The natural
Earthquake.
disasters and
Earthquake.
Yeah,
earthquake.
yeah.
Yep.
Typhoon and
Yep. They
Earthquake.
was the
Yeah,
natural
yeah.
disasters. Yep. The two this is tag team. Yeah.
Or better
Yep.
yet, Earthquake and Stephen D. Yeah.
And Stephen T. Yeah. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Stephen D.
damn.
God damn.
That's Typhoon right there. That's Typhoon. Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh man. He
yeah.
is, man. I'm like, God damn. He like a bowling ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's tall as he is wide.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, they were big. They were big
My
dudes.
brother-in-law, was cousins with Typhoon.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah. They used to, his brothers used to get tickets to go to shows
Mm.
back in the
Yeah,
day.
man. I tell you,
Those
like
are other
when
ones, yeah.
I used to work them shows. When I used to
go
work
ahead.
them shows, bro, that was like, bro, we used to have the most fun. Man, this shit
When
was.
you worked them. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
man.
backstage. You used to have backstage passes too, didn't you?
Yeah, I worked back. That was my area. I worked the VIP area. I had to coordinate everything with like the the road crew managers and shit like that. So whatever they need, we just had to provide it for them. So I was like the liaison.
Okay.
So but my area was down there was the VIP area. So, but it was, bro, like I said, man, like see the wrestlers and shit. They just normal everyday people, bro. They come in, clock in. They got a time card, all that type shit. Like, I mean, it was, and then like,
Okay.
but like, so before before people go on stage, bro, they just come out the locker room, just sit down. They got chairs all lined up, and everybody. You know what I found too? Like, well, this was the WCW show, and it might have been. It was right around the time before they went out of business. Maybe it's because, like it wasn't like the see the wrestlers not socializing. They were just sitting down, like Tori Wilson. Remember Tori Wilson?
Yeah.
Her, Stacy Keebler. It was this black girl too. I think it was Booker T's wife, his wife now, and it was a couple other wrestlers too. They were just sitting down. They wasn't talking. They wasn't like, bro. They were just just looking. They were just waiting their time to go on stage. Then all of a sudden, once the current match that was going on is over with, they come behind. They open the curtain. Everything is over with. The show is over with. The next man up. Next person up. Next person up. Yeah, it was to see the inner workings of the backstage area was because I hadn't been privy. I never was privy to that. I was just a fan, and but to see how everything is actually done. Like the production room and all that type of shit. The shit is amazing, bro. It's crazy. But they weren't. Yeah, they weren't real. Like they wasn't. They were more friendly with us than when they were with. I guess it's just like any workplace. You got people you fuck with, people you talk to, and they, for the most part, I guess, they just showing up to get their paycheck and go home.
I
So
remember going back to Harlem Heat. I remember because Stevie Ray, he was the more outspoken. I think Booker T was more PC than he was, but Stevie Ray was more outspoken, and he was the first person I heard use the term fruit booty. And then I heard you say,
yeah.
When I
Yeah,
did the
that's where I
Texas
got
thing.
it from. That's where I got it from.
Oh, you got it from
Well, Harlem Heat,
okay.
yeah, fruit booty,
Harlem-
yeah.
Harlem Heat. You said Harlem Heat. You said that term.
Yeah. They said it on. They called it was
okay.
They called
Who's
Hall
they
and Nash.
referencing? What's his name? Who did they call that?
Hall and Nash, the Outsiders,
Harlan
the NWO.
Nash. He was telling them.
Yeah.
I
okay.
never heard. I never heard.
I thought you were talking about
Booker
like
T
somebody
say
like
it.
Adonis or somebody. I'm like, okay, goddamn.
I never heard Booker T say
Mm-mm.
it, but I know Stevie Ray
Oh, okay.
that was his thing, boy. Stevie
Yeah,
Ray.
he said, "You two Hall and Nash, you two fruit booties. We got some."
God damn.
Yeah. This shit was crazy. That's where I got it from.
That dude.
So
Yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Damn.
So, but yeah, like their matches,
That
like
sounds like
Harlem
something
Heat,
Steve Austin would say too.
like their matches, Harlem Heat and the Outsiders, bro. They had some classic matches, bro. Like, man, they had a big rivalry. Yeah, it was one of the more some of my favorite matches came in that feud with them.
How about when he dropped the N-word on TV?
Oh hell yeah. He told Hogan.
Who did that? Hogan.
No, it was Booker T. He said, Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. I was like, oh shit. He said it on national TV, bro.
And he was like, he stopped himself. He stopped himself. He was like, oh shit.
Yeah. He said it though. He said it. He
Booker
like,
T.
Yeah. He he turned around and kind of put his head down and shit, and it was crazy.
Damn. Slipped out of.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And like I said, they're from Houston. I didn't know that. I thought they were from New York, but because calling themselves Harlem Heat.
Yeah. No, they Texas boys.
Okay.
Yeah. Both of them live there now. They posted up in Houston. So I went back and watched Triple H's, because Triple H got inducted to the Hall of Fame this weekend, and I missed it yesterday. So I went back and saw it.
Big Boss Man, Jake the Snake. Yeah. Those are good wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah, Booker T was in the audience for Triple H's induction ceremony. So but yeah, Lex Luger, man, like he got inducted too in the Hall of Fame. Bro,
that motherfucker scrawny as fuck.
You remember what he used to look like, right? We all remember what the total package used to look. If you see that man now, dude, I don't know what happened to him, bro. I don't know what happened to him.
Died from starvation or something.
Man, but
he's got his bones showing and stuff like that.
But you know what that is? That's from all that. That's that abuse. All them years using steroids. See, what people don't realize, when you abuse them steroids like that, bro, they brittle your bones. They wear your bones down. And
that's
so
why,
when you
listen, I refuse. That's why I refuse to believe that Ric Flair. I don't think Ric Flair did steroids. His muscles were natural.
Yeah. You can pretty much tell the more natural guys. You know what I mean? But even like Triple H, you clearly see, like you look at it. I mean, he in shape though, right? He's in shape and he can move around and all of that. But bro, he looked like, remember on Batman Forever? Remember that one where that was with Val Kilmer?
Yeah,
the Batman Forever one series with Poison Ivy and Bane. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Well, Bane is Bane in that movie, in that version of Batman, Bane was in there, and so Bane's character, how he got so big, he got juice. They was shooting him up with that juice, and so at the end of the movie, when they beat that, when Batman them got the best of him, so they unplugged his those tubes where he was getting that constant flow of that juice. So he shriveled up like a motherfucking raisin, bro. And Triple H don't look shriveled up like Lex
Like
Luger,
that.
but
Like
we
Luger,
remember
yeah.
what Triple H looked like in his prime, bro. He is a shell of himself. I mean, he
you know,
looked.
I don't care. The Rock used to, juiced up too. I don't give a fuck what
Oh
nobody
yeah,
says.
yeah, bro. They all juice.
Yeah.
Those
Mhm.
bigger dudes like Kane
Right.
and you know
Hell, that
Hogan.
before Warrior died, he was beat up.
Oh yeah, you know he was juiced
Before
up.
Warrior, yeah. His just behavior, acting like a lunatic as in the ring, his whole persona was about being juiced up.
When you see them dudes like that, chiseled like that, it's bro, like they got to be on something because it's so like it's so hard to be that disciplined. Like so,
Roy
one
Rage, call
this
him
dude I used
Roy
to work with
Rage.
back home, and when I was in Arkansas,
Hmm.
his name was Johnson. He was he competed locally, and
Hmm.
that motherfucker was man chiseled.
You ever seen Vince McMahon without a shirt?
Yeah, yeah.
Mystery, Mystery
He
Man.
was on. He was juicing too for a while. Remember how big he swelled up
Yeah.
like that. So my
Same
butt,
thing happened with Guerrero. Same thing.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So
Chris Benoit too.
so this dude I used to work with, Johnson, he competed and shit, and he claimed he was all natural. He said he was though, but I take him for what his word. But he the one that taught me it's a certain look you can tell, like they can tell, you know, the ones that are on steroids, the ones that are natural. He was like
Right.
they can tell, but other bodybuilders can tell, and
Hmm.
and that motherfucker, I mean, he had it, bro. He benched like 500 pounds, bro. This dude was, bro. Johnson was, yeah, he was something different. Um, but yeah, man, it's, he said people that was on steroids, they're not as disciplined as the natural,
Right.
bodybuilders, because it takes
Hmm.
discipline. Like when he would like literally, bro, when he would get a craving for sweets when
Right.
he's competing and shit, he would take one cookie, right, one, like an oatmeal raisin or a chocolate chip cookie, and
Hmm.
he would literally pinch off a piece of it, and that's all the sweets he would eat for a day. He would literally the next day he'll just take a pinch off of it and eat it. He was that disciplined. Yeah,
Right.
so yeah, it was crazy.
You know who else was natural? Ron Simmons. That motherfucker was.
Oh yeah, Ron Simmons. Yeah, yeah, he was. Hmm.
They say, dude, the dude want to go to the gym for like a month and still fucking bench 500 pounds. Like it was
Yeah,
nothing.
Damn.
yeah. Hmm. Yep.
500 pounds. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Another one, Mongo, not Mongo, Ming, whatever. That was another dude that was natural and nobody wanted to fuck with.
Who was that?
Ming.
Oh hell yeah, that Samoan dude.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, me wasn't nothing to play with. Yeah, matter of fact, he was in the
Me.
audience too.
Me.
Uh,
Butch Reed.
yeah, he was in the audience tonight. Well, last night at Triple H's ceremony, man. His man, that motherfucker, bro. So Shawn Michaels is the one that introduced Triple H. That's how they best friends or whatever. You know, them motherfuckers kissed on the mouth, bro.
Ugh.
Who did that?
Yeah, Triple H kissed that
Triple H.
motherfucker on the mouth, bro. Shawn Michaels.
Hey, man.
Him and Shawn Michaels. They what
Fruit
doing a
booties.
match or something? The hell?
No, when
That's
he
crazy.
introduced him in the Hall of
Oh, and
Fame, he came
introduction.
out and yeah,
Oh, this was like induction ceremonies. He
yeah,
did
yeah,
it on stage. Damn.
yeah, bro. His wife's sitting right there. Ooh, tell you what though, Stephanie McMahon,
Yeah,
she get better with, she like wine, bro. She like that good
Yeah.
wine. Mm-hmm.
fine
Stephanie,
wine.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, because
so you
one
saying
thing I
so you
learned like
saying Linda is the
listen,
hottie?
the wines that I'm give you a quick
You big on Linda
little wine
McMahon?
lesson. The wines that you buy at the grocery store,
Hey, don't sleep on Linda.
and you know what I mean, those wines that you buy at the grocery
This
store, right?
this little bunny.
You can only
Mhm.
you can only keep those they recommend that you drink them within 2 to 3 years. They don't age well.
Well, that's not Stephanie McMahon. Well, what that ain't because Lord, ooh, she get better with age, bro. She look better now than she looked like in her 20s, dog. I ain't gonna lie, she is smoking.
Yeah.
Smoke show. But he
I'm up on that Cisco be hitting. Hell yeah, that was my drink of choice back in the day when I was growing up. Cisco was my thing back in the day.
He they talked about old crazy Vince McMahon too, like tonight. Well, last night.
That's what you got.
What's that?
No chance in his song, No Chance in Hell.
No, well, you know he got they canceled him in WWF. He can't come around. Like they got rid of him because of that shit that happened with that girl.
Oh damn.
He got brought up on all them charges and shit. And he's a sick fuck though. But he paid homage to him. Triple H did. You know, he said it's complicated, but it is what it is. He said that man, he taught me everything I've ever known about the business, and then on top of that, he's my father-in-law. He's a grandfather of my kids. It's complicated, but he said, "This is, you know, I'm just here." You know, he's had a tremendous impact on his life. You know, so
well, you know, the rumor is that remember Macho Man, Randy Savage. One of the reasons he got out of there again, the rumor mill is saying that he fucked Stephanie when she was a minor.
Yeah, that's a rumor.
Really?
Yeah,
I ain't hear this rumor.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Really? Damn. That's crazy.
Yep.
China needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame as a solo artist.
Yeah, they brought China up tonight, and Triple H talked about her too. I was like, damn, since all that shit happened with China, they you know, he didn't say nothing much of anything about her over the years. But yeah,
by the way, real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt because I forget. China and Stephanie McMahon were both on the Howard Stern show. Okay. This is back when I used to listen to Howard Stern on the radio.
Wait. Well, Ryan AP, pull that comment up.
Which one?
He don't know China's passed away, bro.
Oh no, yeah.
China died years back.
She died the same day Prince died.
Yeah, they found her.
She did.
Yes. She OD'd.
Same night.
Yeah, the same day.
Yeah.
February 21st. 2016.
Yeah.
The same day. That is strange.
Yeah, that was sad, man. Her whole life though, that situation with WWF and Triple H, that crushed her, bro. It broke her heart. She has never recovered from that. And she got hooked up with the wrong people. Well, see, this was crazy to me. Like, okay, so Triple H is close to Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and X-Pac.
Yeah, it was
1, 2, 3 Kids. So Triple H obviously breaks up with China, but yet one of his best friends starts dating her. Like, bro, I never understood that with friends dating the same chick, bro. Like, no, I don't know. Maybe that's just me or something. I'm old fashioned, old school.
Best friends, China and Triple H at one time.
Yeah.
What's that?
They were like best friends, you know.
Who was that?
China and Triple H.
I don't like that neither.
No, they were dating, bro. They were living together. They were dating. They were a couple.
They had a little triangle going on.
They were to the gym together and all that shit.
Was it a triangle?
But no, real quick. China and Stephanie McMahon were both on the Howard Stern. This is like I said, this was when he was on terrestrial radio, and both of them said that Triple H likes anal. And
Triple H what?
Likes giving anal sex.
Triple H likes giving to who?
Anal sex.
Not receiving, but they like to give anal sex. And then China was like, he goes, Howard Stern goes, does Triple H like to give anal, like giving, you know, like anal? He goes, yeah, he likes anal sex, but she said, he asked her for anal sex, but she's like, all right. He goes, Triple H is like, all right. China said, if you give me anal sex, I gotta give you anal sex. He never asked for it again. And then
Damn,
Stephanie
that's crazy.
McMahon said he said
Damn.
he's not ready for that yet.
Mm.
He said, yeah,
How-
both of them said
And
that
this was
Triple
with
H is
Triple
asking
H.
for anal sex,
I
but
mean Triple H.
yeah, Triple H is
Dude,
asking.
fucking Howard Stern, bro. Like, I never understood
He
how
asked
could that
all the
man be asking
questions,
these
boy, I
females
tell you.
these questions, bro? Like, he fascinated with anal. Always, he
Yeah,
asking everybody about
he don't
fucking
have
anal,
no
bro.
Yeah, I know.
Shit is
he don't have
crazy.
no restrictions. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
ain't got
both
no
of them,
filter, bro.
both
No
of them
filter.
confirmed that he does.
He's definitely
like anal.
unfiltered.
So, but because reason I brought that up is because he kissed fucking Triple H, Shawn Michaels in the mouth. So maybe you know what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
I don't know.
Triple
Yeah,
H.
but
He's like,
yeah, that's
hey,
crazy.
Sean, can I call you China? You built like her.
China, yeah, that was a sad set. You know, China had got in a porn too, bro.
Yeah, he did. I know. She
Yeah, I
did
heard
porn
about her.
with,
I heard about her porn episodes.
yeah, she
Yeah.
did. She was 69ing with Xbox.
Mm.
X-Pac. Was that the 1-2-3 kid?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, China's story
He
is one of the
changed
more
his
sad
identity.
ones you'll come across in that
That
world.
one is freaking Benoit. Holy crap, that was sad.
Yeah, his too. Yep.
Chris Benoit.
Elizabeth,
That's crazy.
where
Yeah, hers was even more sad because
because
her and Macho Man was married for real. They was married in real life.
yeah, but you know, Lex
got married.
Luger came back to his hotel room and found her on the floor dead.
Yeah. He got arrested too.
Sad. He did
For
when they was married or after they got divorced.
it's something they pinned some not he didn't kill her. He didn't get tried for murder, but I want to say him providing her with drugs. I think he got jail time for that. I think.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, he's another one too.
She said Vic saying she's only 46 years old.
Yeah.
Mm.
China's story, man, that's one of the more sad stories you'll come across. Benoit stories, tragic, man, tragic, bro. Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody sees the glitz and glam and see him on TV every week. But yeah, man, like there's some dark stories that come from that industry. You know what I mean, bro? Like they even had the fucking casting couch. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but
that's
where gay ass Pat Patterson, bro, was like bribing young and up and coming talent. You know, he was gay, bro, and he would like try to blackmail them, to sleep with him or whatever to get on, to get matches, to get work. He used to do shit like that, bro. He did that for years. WWF at the time. But yeah, he did a lot of that, got away with that for years, bro. Vince McMahon allegedly covered a lot of that up too, by the way.
Vince McMahon. Yeah, I heard he covered a lot of dirty deeds up that whole cabal. That was
he's a sick fuck, bro.
Circles.
He's a sick fuck.
Vince McMahon. Yeah, it's crazy. He survived so long being in charge of that whole outfit, which was originally Gorilla Monsoon and all them boys. And what's the other one? Family back in the day before Vince.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura. Remember Jesse Ventura?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of dirt going on. Cause they all from the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I hate about I don't get offended too much, but the one thing that offends me is Jesse Ventura was a Navy SEAL, which is one of the hardest things to get into. He was a Navy SEAL. He was a mayor.
Yeah, it's one of the elite fighting forces on the planet there.
Yeah, he was a mayor and a governor. You know what I'm saying? Which is another thing that
a lot of people forget about him being the mayor.
Yeah.
Uh,
And all
that
they
he,
remember him
yeah.
being they bring up him being a wrestler to try to belittle his political stances.
Yeah, by bringing up his wrestling career. As a wrestling career, he still had a great wrestling career. So I don't
Yeah,
even
Mhm.
know why they would use that. He was pretty good in wrestling when he was wrestling, you know,
Yeah, he
because
was a
he was
star. He,
supposed to be the GI Joe role. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like was his character, his persona.
yeah, he was a
You
major
know.
star for a while there.
Hmm. Yeah, he was. He pretty much like the good guys. You know, fighting guys like Nakia, not Nakia, but Nikolai Volkov, and what's the other one? Iron Sheik. You know, fighting guys like that, Sheik and Volkov, because they was once tag teams, and then him, Junkyard Dog, and Big John Studd before they start, teaming up with Ventura.
he was.
Man,
Remember, he was an
that's
announcer at
crazy.
one time too.
I like Junkyard Dog. You know, he's pretty cool. That little power slam he used to do, he used to have, and Big John Studd, and wasn't
And whatever happened to Big John Studd,
the,
the dude that used to be on show on
he
YouTube?
yeah, yeah, he passed away.
No,
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 you
not
talking
that
about the
Big
other
John
Big
Studd.
John. Oh, okay, I know you talking about. Yeah, he used to be on YouTube. Yeah, I always wonder what happened. 'Cause remember, he used to always say he had the inside scoop or something. He used to say that
Mhm.
he's had chicken bones and voodoo, and he used to do spells and shit. You talking about that guy, right?
Yeah, he was a big Tour fan too.
Yeah, right. He say he used to have voodoo. Is like he used to say if something happens, it's because of something he conjured up or something. It was weird. It was crazy. Yeah,
People,
he used to be into voodoo.
Santeria,
Yeah. I'm like, God damn, Big
because he's
John.
Cuban, so that's Santeria. That's
Oh,
what they
Big
call
John
it.
said is he's Cuban.
Yeah, he's Cuban.
He did kind of remind me. I used to kind of at the beginning. I used to mix him and Batman up. I used to call him Batman and Batman him. Before I remember like early in the early days, and I'm just getting to know people names and shit. I used to always call him and Batman each other. I was like, damn, why am I calling Big John Batman and
Yeah,
Batman
John
Big
John was
John?
a cool dude, bro. I never knew that about the about in that voodoo stuff, but he seemed to be a cool
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. He's definitely cool. Yeah, he's definitely cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's what made me think he was from New Orleans. I didn't even know it's from Florida. 'Cause a lot of people from Louisiana is into voodoo.
Oh man, shit.
So,
Cuba. There's a lot of Santeros in Cuba.
oh, it is. There's a lot
Hmm.
of people do that in
Yeah,
Cuba
that's
too.
what's called Santeria.
Mm.
Santeria. Oh, okay, that's what. Okay, I'm
Um,
like it's
um,
the culture in the New Orleans. They get into that like French and
Yeah,
French people.
yeah. I
Yeah,
don't mess with that either.
yeah,
yeah. I stay far
I
away
don't
from that.
play
That's a
with
hot
that.
stove. That's
I
like
do
Dungeons
not
and
play with
Dragons
that.
shit. That's some shit.
So
You start
what's
seeing
funny
shit
was
moving around in your crib at night, and you ain't no force behind
Hmm
it. You just like, God damn, how did that freaking towel get over there? Like, what the fuck?
I had a
I
buddy
would,
of mine. I had a buddy of
man.
mine in 2012, bro. Like, excuse me. He died in 2014, and
Mm,
he uh, he had just started dating this girl, and she was heavily into not sent whatever that was you were talking about,
Santeria.
Shake, but she was into
mm-hmm.
like Wiccan and shit like that. She was literally a witch. She identified herself as a witch.
Oh,
So
she
I
actually
told
did. Okay, so
so I told him, I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, cause he was
ooh,
telling me about her
man,
or whatever. He was like, hey man, I met this chick, whatever. So
man.
so anyway, as time went by, they start dating her, you start finding more about her. Yeah, she was like, so, she was self-proclaimed rich, and she had all
Mm-hmm.
these crazy books and all these crazy looking dolls and shit like that. And so I told him, I said, bro, Pep, look, um,
Mm-hmm.
hey man, if I were you, I'll stay clear of that, because he was an atheist, number one. So that was a double whammy, right? And yeah, man. But I guess he called himself falling in love with her or whatever, and so they dated probably. And he would bring these books to work and shit, crazy books with pentagrams on them and shit, just crazy shit. He was like, "Oh well, yeah, my girl, she want me to read these books and shit like that." I was like, "Bro, that shit is you don't know how, bro, you know how dangerous that stuff is,
Yeah,
bro."
it's like
He
Dungeons
was
and
like, "I
Dragons.
don't believe in that type. You know me, man. I don't believe in that type stuff." I was like, "Oh, okay." So probably it wasn't even not even a year in, bro. He passed. He just died. Went to died of an aneurysm. That's what the autopsy. They found he had
See,
an aneurysm, but
that's okay.
I think me personally, I think it's because he's around that stuff. Is what I think.
Yeah.
See, because
Yeah,
people
it
don't
could be.
realize
Yeah, that could
when you
bring
dabble in
something
that
up.
type of stuff, bro, you bringing those
You have a
demonic
termination.
spirits.
Yeah, yeah,
You
your
opening
time will
those
be up
doors,
on there.
bro. And if you
Right.
don't have, and if you're not covered, and
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're an unbeliever, bro, it's open season for those type
It's open
people. But
season for those, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he passed away, man. Went to I
Oh
remember
man.
talk. It was on a Saturday. I'll never forget this. Talked to him Friday.
Mm-hmm.
He had called me and well, me and my wife
Was
now,
he fairly
but
young? Or he's an older guy?
no, he was fairly young. He was what, in his
Okay.
30s when he passed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember talking to him. He called me, and we was me and my wife now, but we wasn't married at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
or we
Right.
just got married. No, we had just got married. And so anyway, we were out, we're at a restaurant, eating dinner and shit. And so this is on a Friday. So he called me. He was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And he said, "Man, I just came by your house." And he said, "Where you at?" Told him, we was at one of our spots. And so anyway, we talked a little bit. He's all right, man. Well, I said, "Well, we'll link up tomorrow." He's all right, cool. So I totally forgot about it. So the day went by. So
Mm-hmm.
I remember calling. I remember we were chilling, and I seen his number pop up on my phone. I was like, "Oh shit!" Totally forgot I was supposed to go with Pepper today. And so I answered the phone. I was like, "Dude," I said, "Bro, what's good?" And it was this girl on the other end, and she was like, she was like, "Hey," I was like, it was awkward because we didn't get along at all. And she was
Right.
like, "I got some bad news," and then she told me he passed and all that type of shit. And I was like, "What passed? I just talked to him." And I was like, "How? What do you mean?" She said she left that morning to because she
Mm-hmm.
sold raised horses and shit. So they had a festival, some shit. She left
Mm-hmm.
that morning, and she left early too, like 7 a.m. and she can get back to like 5. And she's the one that found him. So he probably was, telling how long he was gone. But she found him just laying on the kitchen floor, gone, stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
hmm
Mm.
So the
So
autopsy said aneurysm. I think it's because he was around all that type stuff, bro. Like people don't realize how serious that is, bro. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
so check this out. When my dad came to Miami because from New York, they used to live in New York, so he came to Miami. He had a little side hustle. There was a outdoor flea market in Hialeah, and what
Mm-hmm.
he would do is he would sell pigeons. He had bred pigeons, and he would sell them at the flea market.
Pigeons.
And how pigeons, they when you let them loose, they come back to the spot where they origin from, whatever.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those pigeons were coming back to the house in Santeria, dressed in Santeria, like they put these fancy garments. They're from Santeria. He stopped selling.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped breeding pigeons. He's like, fuck that shit.
mm
Yeah,
Man.
once they were coming back with Santeria garment on, like nah. I said he stopped doing it.
mm. Yeah, I don't play with that stuff, bro. I stay
I
far
don't
far
blame
away
you.
from it. I don't even
That
like.
shit spooked me out
I
too.
don't even like watching them paranormal type of movies, bro.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember there was this dude I used
I'm
to buy
glutton
weed
for
from.
punishment when it comes to that.
When I
I'll
was in
watch the
Mm.
Miami,
hell out of them, but then I'm leaving all the lights on for about a week straight.
Oh,
Just some of
hell
those movies,
no.
especially
Yeah,
if
I
you're
hear you.
watching Exorcist 3. You better
Mm-mm.
leave them lights on after watching that one.
Hell yeah. The Exorcist.
The Exorcist,
Boy,
you
man, I
better,
do not
boy.
play with that, dog. Mm-mm.
If you don't leave them lights on, you asking for trouble. I'm
Hey,
telling you right
I
now.
tell you, I tell you a movie that freaked me out. Y'all ever see The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
No.
Yeah, the Exorcism of Emily Rose. Yeah, yeah.
Man,
That's
that
that one there.
motherfucker, boy. You know that was based on a true
It
true
was.
story.
Yep. It is based on a true
And you
story.
know,
Yep. It
and you
was real
know,
live
and you
events
know,
of an actual exorcism. Yep.
it was based
Mm-hmm.
on it was
Mm-hmm.
actually a German girl, right? And you know the
Yeah.
town that she was from? The
It's
town
probably
the
somewhere
town
in
in
the
Germany where she was from, that's where
Wolfsburg.
I was
Was
born.
it?
That's
Oh,
where I was
I
born.
was. Oh,
Yep.
you was born in that town?
Yep.
Was
Same
well,
town.
okay. Same one. Okay.
And
Yeah.
Wurzburg, Germany.
Wolfsburg. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that shit, it was based on true events. And yeah, the whole storyline about the priest getting, going to trial and all that happened, bro. But
Mm-hmm.
she was possessed, dude. Like,
Yep.
man.
Have you ever been there, Color?
It's crazy.
Crypto. In
Yeah.
that part of
When I
Germany.
was over there. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I have.
Hmm.
It's a nice town. It's real nice. Yeah. It was like 30 minutes from Schweinfurt, where I was based at. It was in
Where was you
Schweinfurt,
based at,
Germany.
crypto?
And Schweinfurt is
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah, yeah,
Schweinfurt, Germany. Yep. It was a
yeah.
ball bearing factory, major ball bearing factory there.
Yeah. Hmm.
All the ball
Yeah.
bearings for the tanks and stuff. So yeah, it was like
Germany's
30
beautiful.
miles from there.
Germany's a beautiful country, though. Like,
Yeah, it is. The landscape,
man,
the countryside, and
yeah, bro. I remember we would
the
get out and
castles and
ride.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
Boy, we would get out on Sundays, bro. Like the family and shit. We
Mm-hmm.
would all pack up in the car and we would just drive. It was just breathtakingly beautiful, bro.
Different. It is. Yeah. You think
Breathtaking.
about it, man. Them castles,
Hmm.
man. I'm telling you, boy, that's what
Yeah.
really gets you, man. They got castles everywhere, man.
And it seemed like everybody raised cows and shit in Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
You,
got large farmland. You see
yeah.
what you call it. You got this road. You know how them sharp bends and them and the road is right, and then how narrow
Hmm.
them roads is,
Hmm.
and you get next thing you know, you coming up on somebody's farm. You come out of like you make two left turns and going through an alleyway. Next thing you know, you got this large field and farm somewhere. Like
Hmm.
goddamn, you know, and the roads are windy as hell.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know, very
Yeah,
windy and
and it
hilly.
seemed like, bro, you
Never a
driving for
straight road.
it seemed like you driving for hours too, bro. Like cause
Mm-hmm.
he would so my pops was stationed in Garlstadt, near
Gostad, okay.
near Bremerhaven.
Bramhauer,
That's the
okay.
last time we were in Germany. That was his last tour. And so Bremerhaven, uh yeah, Bremerhaven is the capital of Germany, right? Isn't Bremerhaven the capital?
No, it's one of the major towns though. It's Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin.
That's
My
yeah,
bad, my bad. I'm
Berlin
tripping.
is. Yeah,
Yeah,
Berlin.
so Bremerhaven was like that's where they had like massive fish markets,
Mm-hmm.
meat markets. So anyway, like a lot of the Americans and
Yeah,
shit, they would go
yeah.
there and
A lot
I
of
mean
fresh.
they would go there and shop, like buy, buy meat there and their seafood and all of that. Because it was cheaper than buying it in the commissary. And
Yeah.
so Bremerhaven was like,
Isn't that crazy? The commissary gets outbid. You
yeah,
could
I know,
actually buy
right?
it with something lower than the commissary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to know if you ever drove in the Autobahn in
Hell
Germany.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
how we had to get to Bremerhaven. We were like it was like 40 minutes away from Garlstadt, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we had to get on the Autobahn, and but
That was so fun.
Yeah, from
but
my head, the
yeah,
Autobahn there's no speed limit, right?
yeah, it's no speed
No,
limit.
right. It's no speed limit. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what?
That was
Them German.
fun.
I see Nightwolf in the chat. I don't know if he's referring to German hamburgers or what.
All of the
Oh, he said
which ones
Hamburg.
with the pommes frites? Oh, Hamburg, Germany. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Hamburg.
town Hamburg. Yep.
But speaking of their
Mm-hmm.
hamburgers, them German burgers was off the chain, bro. With
Yeah.
getting with the pommes frites, You know what I mean? One thing I did not get though is I don't know how they eat mayonnaise on their French fries like that, bro. I
They
never
do.
understood
That's the
that.
first time. That is the first
I
time,
never
EM,
understood
that
that.
I've seen somebody put mayonnaise on the
First and
French
the
fries. I'm
last.
like,
I
what
ain't
the
seen
hell?
nobody since I
I
left
put
Germany
mayonnaise on
eat
my French
fucking
fries.
Yeah,
mayonnaise on their goddamn French fries,
I put
bro.
mayonnaise
right.
on my French
I
fries.
know. You do, Jake?
Hell
Oh
yeah.
God.
Hey, real talk. I
That's
put
Can't
mayonnaise on
do
my
disgusting.
that.
Snickers.
That is bad.
You should be ashamed of yourself,
You hear
Shake.
me? I put mayonnaise on my Snickers.
And
Oh
crypto, did you
God.
ever eat crypto, did you ever eat them motherfucking fish burgers, bro? That the Germans
Yeah.
eat? You
Uh-huh.
ate that
Yeah.
nasty shit, bro?
No, I had them fried, like deep fried and cook it.
No, they eat them
Not the
motherfuckers
raw one.
raw. They eat them fish burgers
Well, I
raw.
didn't eat mine raw. I
You
made
you
sure that shit
you
was
remember though?
cooked.
You seen them motherfuckers eat it though raw, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
that's some of
Yeah.
the sickest shit. They would
Yeah. I made sure
just
my
it'll be
shit
a
was
typical
cooked.
hamburger, bro. Like, see, you know
Right.
what's crazy?
Yeah.
Their German hamburgers are different than ours. Like they don't put lettuce, tomatoes, or none of that on there,
Right.
right? But
Exactly. It's
they fish
different.
burgers, they put lettuce and tomatoes on it.
Tomato on it.
This shit is, bro. I never understood
Yeah,
that for the
it's
life. But
wild.
I remember we was, uh,
Your
uh,
potatoes be good though, man. I love
oh
their
yeah.
potatoes, man.
The potatoes are phenomenal. So, but yeah, man, they eat raw fish burgers, bro. They have a like, they'll have
Nah,
everything
you
on the
gotta cook
burger.
mine. I tell them to
They'll
put
just
it on that
replace the
skillet.
beef patty with a goddamn
Yeah.
slab of raw fish.
Yeah. No, I ain't
In
doing that.
college, had a
I'm
roommate
doing the
from
no,
Germany
EM.
put
I
condiments
made
on,
them.
crust on everything. Damn.
No, I made sure they batter, man, damn,
Hey, yeah,
batter it
salmon burgers.
and
I love salmon
put it
burgers.
on
Them
there.
shits is good as fuck.
But yeah, you're not gonna eat it raw. Not a
Oh
raw
no, hell no.
salmon.
Yeah, no, you gonna cook that. You gonna cook? No, they eat that mother. Well, it's pickled. They said
Hell no, I'm
it's.
not eating no damn.
I'm not
Oh,
eating
you
that
talking about
shit.
you're soaking it in the jar full of vinegar?
Yeah, they put it. It's
Yeah.
like vinegar and something else. But no, bro,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't cooking shit, bro.
It
That's
ain't
just
cooked. Yeah, exactly.
If
Yeah,
you,
I ain't,
hey,
hell
that's
no.
by the way,
disgusting.
Em, if you see a black German in his 20s and he say, stop the gaslighting," you know who his dad is.
Oh yeah. Hey, but hey, hey, one thing I did see, I remember, bro. It's a lot of people don't realize that it's a lot of we ran into a lot of black
Yeah,
Germans when we
exactly.
was over
Oh
there.
yeah,
What?
a lot of them. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was one at this. I guess his father, like in your situation, he's in German. Was
Mm-hmm.
in the army though, and
Mm-hmm.
and he was over there. I'm like, damn. And it was this one, and he turned around. He was speaking fluent German. I'm like, damn, who is this? And I was like, it's like, goddamn. And then it dawned on me that it's a lot of black service members that get out and they never come back to the States.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
that's what happened with him and his family. They never came back. They never,
Mm-hmm.
they just stayed. And then he had kids over there. And I was like, damn, all his kids speak fluent German. It's like that they
Mm-hmm.
just settled in over there now,
Yeah,
but they're regular black family.
yeah. This one dude
And
I used to work with back home in Arkansas. He was military too, and he came back. He married a German
mm-hmm,
girl over there. That motherfucker
mm-hmm.
left the states. He was like, "Fuck all that. We going over there. We living like kings and queens over there."
Yeah,
Like
living like kings and queens. Exactly.
he
They
got
had
his
freaking 5 bedroom
hell
flats
yeah.
and shit.
All
I'm
that
like,
land they had
God
bought
damn.
land, and see he had
Mm-hmm.
because he had just got out the military, so he had his retirement coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so his retirement check, he said he got a little, he can find a little job over there, working like on a military base or some shit. So he said, bro, his retirement at that time, he said, bro, we gonna live like a fucking king. I'm gonna be a king on
Mm-hmm.
my throne over there. Fuck all this
Hell yeah.
expensive shit over in America. And he
Yeah.
had moved the place that they had bought because I remember him showing photos of like, bro, I don't know how many acres he had, bro, and it was close to a
Mm-hmm.
military base too. So it was a
Right.
win-win all the way around. And he was like, I remember he left, man. He said, "Hey, I'm out." He said, "I'm out. Fuck all this expensive shit in America. You got to worry about bro. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he had done real good for himself, did real well for himself. So I don't know about that. I'm not moving to no form. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. But
Mm-mm. No, I'm not
uh,
gonna get. You know, If it's like a second place that you could go vacation at home, I'll
Yeah,
treat
that's
it like a
different.
timeshare. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
treat it
that's
like a
different.
timeshare or something. But yeah, but I'm not gonna
But moving
permanently
over,
do it.
but
Yeah,
see, I get it though. His wife German, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. If his wife
Kids,
was
you know,
already
I
there,
get
so
that. You know what I'm
they
saying?
already become accustomed. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
easily be
so
accustomed.
you know, he ain't got to worry about the language barrier and all that. She can just translate everything and all that type of shit. So,
Exactly. Hmm.
but yeah, he had married a German girl and they had like three kids. And I remember when
Right.
he came, he was like, "Man, I just got out and all that type of shit." And he probably was
Hmm.
go probably work with him probably about a year. And I remember he was turning his uniforms in and shit. And I was like, "Say, where you going?" I'm like, "Man, fuck all this. I'm moving to Germany." I told you I was. I didn't believe him. He had said it like months prior to him
Hmm.
leaving. I was like, yes, he just talking. But no, he did that shit. He was like, fuck all that. So yeah, married him one of them big booty, one of them big booty Germans. And
Right.
yeah, he ain't never looked back. So
Speaking of bilingual German, Amon Ra is German. He's his mother.
I'm on Ron
He's
St. Brown.
that was
Hey,
his
I didn't
first,
know
yeah,
that.
that was his first language. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
German
know
was
that.
his, yeah, German and French is his first two languages.
Mm.
Before
Yeah,
he
I didn't
learned
know
English
that.
is his third language. Yeah. Yep. Yep, him, cause son Iman, damn, I can't pronounce his damn name. Iman is St. Brown. His brother that does the podcast, he used to play for the Bears. I think he still do
Hmm.
play for them. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I did not know
yeah,
that.
yeah, Alman Ra, yeah. I was like, damn, I didn't even realize that he freaking half German. It's not like that,
Hmm.
damn.
I see
But yep.
Nightwolf's comment. He said to the panel, if y'all had to move, what's one thing you'd miss about America? Shit, one.
If I was to move
The big
one
booty,
thing that stand
the
out,
big booty bitches. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
for
big
sure.
booty bitches,
Oh yeah.
the junk in the trunk,
All,
yeah.
all these fat asses in Texas. Pardon my
All
language. If there's
the
any
Texas.
females in the chat, but
Hey,
yeah, all them
hey,
big booties.
what about what Charles Barkley said about the people in San Antonio? You
Man,
agree with that?
bro, I don't know what Barkley talk. Listen here, hey, I don't know what Charles
Charles
Barkley. I
Barkley.
don't know where he going. I don't know what places he hanging out at. I am telling you right now. Bull,
He said ain't
listen,
no good looking girls in San Antonio at
shit,
all.
Charles. I don't know what he on. Listen,
Oh
every
my
time,
God.
bro. San Antonio, you got beautiful women anywhere, but
Yeah.
San Antonio got some of the most beautiful women you'll ever come across. Texas in general,
Barkley,
like
man. Barkley
just
had a
Texas in
bad he
general.
must have had a bad experience. 'Cause
Yeah.
Listen,
Barkley do not like San Antonio, boy. I tell you.
by the way, I would say if I was president, the first one of my first executive orders would be to ban BBLs
Big booty
Wh-
what?
why you want to ban them?
because
You
that shit
said
look
B
ugly
wait a
as
minute.
fuck, man.
Well, I'm not a fan of any female getting anything done. Like I like natural women,
Right.
but I'm not gonna ban it. You know what I'm saying? If,
Yeah.
I'm just joking with it, but yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. But those BB, you can tell, bro. Some of them
yeah.
look unnatural, bro.
Yeah.
They just don't look
Unnatural.
right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah.
And
So,
they
but
think it look good too. I don't. Oh, another
Barkley
thing that women think they look good,
said
dog.
San
Those
Antonio is
fake
not
big
good
lips when
for
they
women.
put their big. I'm like, damn,
yeah,
that
when they
shit,
blow their lips up and shit too. Yeah.
yeah, it
And
look
see,
like
you can tell people, you can tell the fake, but whether it's natural, whether it's fake or not. Like that's what I'm saying. I ain't a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, just roll with what you got. Like God made you the way He did. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why a lot of these women get out
Well,
here and
even if you wear a wig, you can make it natural looking. My ex-wife
yeah,
did
yeah,
that
yeah.
too. She made all her wigs look real good. And her hair was longer than the wigs, which is kind of weird. I used to always ask him like, if your natural hair is longer, why don't you just do out your natural hair? She said, no, I can't
Well,
fix it as fast.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Some people, some female.
I
I've known
can't
females
fix
over
it.
the years that
Hmm.
they'll wear a wig, but yeah, I'd ask them the same thing. Like your hair is
She
like.
knew how to
They're
do
like,
it. Yeah,
well,
exactly.
sometimes I don't feel like dealing with like fixing my hair, doing my hair, or whatever. So,
Yep.
you know, but yeah, I'm not a fan of any enhancements. That's just me. I like all natural and You know, I like the big booty type. I like them thick with their mind right, as Murphy Lee used to say back in the day. But
Right.
yeah, it is what it is. So,
Right.
Definitely
but yeah,
Cuban cuisine. I'll miss Cuban cuisine. That's something I would miss.
mm. but
Yeah.
yeah, crypto.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
guess you
what
can see.
I don't know what Charles Barkley on, bro. I never understood that. I
Yeah,
don't know where
Barkley
he
missing
hanging
it.
out in San Antonio, man. Boy, look at here, San Antonio is nice.
I'm
If
like,
if
what?
if,
What
if
the
I
hell
could go
happened to
back,
him there when he went? I'm
Well, you
like,
if
gotta
I could,
remember.
damn.
Hey, listen, you gotta remember. Charles Barkley played for the Houston Rockets, so I'm sure he had a lot of rivalries with the San Antonio fans.
if I could go back in a time
Well,
machine, if I could go back in a time machine to when I first moved in Texas in Fort Worth, I would have made that kept on down 35 and hit and moved to San Antonio. I would have.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I like the city that much. It ain't got nothing to do with the Spurs either. Well, let me take that back. Yeah, it's got a little something to do with the Spurs, but San Antonio is just a nice town, bro. You know what I mean? You know, it's got a little bit of everything. It's not big and it's not big and always busy like Dallas, Fort Worth. Well, Dallas. Well, Fort Worth is busy too, areas
Right.
of it, but it's smaller than Dallas. Dallas is just constant, you know, hustle and bustle and constant movement. But San Antonio is one of them towns that it's got a little bit of everything, and you know, it's got that down home type of small town type feel to it, but yet it's got big city elements to it. You know what I mean? And but the people are nice. The food is phenomenal. They got the best Mexican food though, San Antonio, that I've eaten. Now, you know, I've had this discussion with
Oh,
people. You know, my
you
wife
think
don't think
that's
so,
better
but
than northern part of Texas or Houston or El Paso,
no,
like
I've
places like
eaten.
that?
You know, I've eaten obviously here in Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I've been to El Paso. Um, you know, a few other cities in Texas. Nah, to me, San Antonio got the best, most authentic, best tasting Mexican food you can get,
Mm.
in my opinion. Some people disagree though, you know, but yeah, San Antonio, their food is phenomenal, bro.
Do they have a Pepe's down there?
We're about
Pepe's in Texas. And when I was in Houston, when I went to the game, I went to another establishment. That's why I first tasted apple soda that they got. Started with an M. Well, it was real good. My brother
what
said he was gonna send me a case
you
of the
ate it
apple soda.
yeah.
You know what I'm
I
talking
haven't
about?
seen that. You know,
It's a
I
degree,
haven't
yeah, the
seen
apple
that.
soda.
You know what? It used to
Mm-hmm.
be real prevalent. You know, when I first moved here, but I hadn't seen that in a long time, bro.
Mm-hmm. I was
Yeah,
like,
bro.
man, this stuff is so good. I gotta get me some.
Pepe's, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Mexican drink to it, though, isn't it? Yeah. It is, I think.
Well. That's one. That's you talking about Mr. Pibb. But I'm talking, but it's another one. It's a joint. It's a Mexican restaurant. A whole
Mm.
establishment. Like it's got the authentic, Mexican stuff, and
Hmm.
then they sell whatever. But it was another one like right outside the stadium. What the hell was the name of that place? It's the damn. It was it was like a damn, what was the name of that place? But it was all Mexican though. That's where I got the
Hmm.
sodas from and everything.
Hmm.
And I was like, damn, it was pretty good.
I ain't
And
gonna lie.
it reminded me of Pepe's. That's what it reminded
Damn.
me of.
Whatchamacallit, hey Tony, what's going on, Tony?
It
Yeah, we
reminded
still
me of
going.
Pepe's. Yeah.
Let me know if you want the link,
Who?
Tony. Let me know if you want the link.
Tony, who's
Text
that?
me,
Who?
Tony. If Tony wants the link, let me know. I'll send
Tony
it to
just
him.
fell out. Matter of fact, speaking of one of those
I
clubs,
don't know who
Tony
that
just
is.
came out of one of them damn clubs.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm trying to
But
figure
they,
that out too. Who
yeah,
is
but
Tony?
they like y'all ever drink like you got you
Oh,
ever?
by the way, Coca-Cola. I had Mexican Coca-Cola.
I
That's
was just getting ready to say that. Like
yeah. I
What the
want. I
hell is
want.
a
I
when you
want.
Mexican
I
taste a
want.
Mexican
Coca-Cola?
Coke and
Yeah.
when you taste a Mexican Coke and with a
What the hell is a
American Coke,
Mexican Coca-Cola?
bro, it's stronger. They make it with
Hmm.
pure sugar cane.
Yeah. They don't
You
make it
know,
with
Oh,
corn
okay.
syrup.
They concentrate it.
yeah,
Okay. They
and
concentrate the sugar. Okay.
Yeah, you once you drink a Mexican Coke compared to an American, you'll never go back.
And the thing about it is
Mm.
that their Cokes are small as fuck too. Like little, they had
That's
make them little
probably
bottles.
why. Yeah, because they're using the extra sugar cane.
Probably, but
That's
it's little
probably why
bottles.
they doing it, because they don't want nobody killing over.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well,
okay, we only gonna give you a small serving. You gonna give you
well,
4 ounces.
you can find them in different,
A
different
supermarket,
sizes or
you can
whatever.
find in. What's the major supermarket down there? I haven't been in a supermarket down there. The
Well,
major ones.
I would say
Is it
supermarket.
Kroger's? Y'all got
Just Pierce.
Kroger's?
Yeah. We got Kroger's, we got Walmart, we got
Okay.
Albertsons.
Kroger's is pretty cool.
So
El,
Albertson.
El Rio Grande is a big supermarket. It's a Mexican supermarket. That's what
You know, they closed Albertsons in Florida.
they closed them all
So
up.
what is?
In Florida,
So
yeah.
what is El?
El Rio.
Oh, okay.
It's
So it's
a
an international.
it's a
It's like one of those international stores.
yeah. You can get they sell everything there. My wife, she when we go, because normally on Saturdays we go do our shopping for the week and all of that, and we don't go there every week, but there's certain things she go there to get, and I don't like going there because it's too motherfucking packed all day long. It's like bumper to bumper, pushing your buggy and shit. It's just I ain't gonna say I don't like going there, but if it was me, I would avoid there because it's so fucking packed all the time. But I will say, like their seafood and their meats and stuff like that is fresher than anywhere you go, like with Albertson. Well, I don't know. Albertsons has an on-site, but this Albertsons close by us, they got an on-site butcher and all of that. And but in terms of like seafood and all that shit is fresh, bro. I mean, it is like
Do they still have cheap chicken Mondays?
So what about calamaris and stuff like that?
I don't know what cheap chicken. I don't know what that is. Shake.
Because I used to work at Albertsons. We used to work at a deli. It was called Cheap Chicken Mondays. That's where they make the
Chicken
fried
Monday.
chicken. I think like $3 cheaper than what it normally is.
I don't know what that is, but like in their foods, their meats and stuff is cheaper too.
You
Like
can get lobster and calamari.
yeah, lobster tails.
Mm-hmm.
You can get well, calamari is squid, but
Right.
you can get tripe there,
Right.
tripe chitlins, whatever. They sell everything there, bro. Everything from the rooter to the tutor. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Everything.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Like their you can get their ribeye steak. Like you can get them cut, sliced and shit. It's just like $3 cheaper than anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like their fruits and shit like that. Their produce, bro. It's just it. I'll give them that. They shit is on point in terms of, like I said, freshness and you know. I give them that, but like I said, it's just so goddamn crowded, bro. It's you get all
Yeah.
I
17 hours are used up in the checkout lane.
yeah, you like fuck, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah, it's but yeah, we got though, you got Costco and you got fucking Sam. Costco is my spot though. Well, it's turning
That
in to
would
be
be
my
my
spot. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
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 We got like 3 of them within a 30-mile radius too.
We just built a
Yeah.
Costco in Northport where I live at. They just put one
in. Sam's, I love Sam's too.
They got one by you, Shake.
Yeah.
Costco.
We got Sam's, Costco, and BJ's now.
Yeah.
Yep, BJ's. Sometimes I'll be forgetting I even have a membership to BJ's. Like when that annual subscription come around fee, I'm like, oh shit, I still got a BJ's club. I haven't been there. But like I said, if you keep going to one, you forget about the other two. I think maybe I only had one Sam's Club membership ever, and because I'm closer to Costco, BJ's, so I never really truly go Sam's Club. I find myself end up in Walmart instead of Sam's Club, even though I should be going to Sam's Club instead of Walmart. But yeah, because you can get You can get more at Sam's.
Yeah, yeah. You yeah, we I got a membership at both of them, Sam's, and we renew our membership every year at Sam's and Costco. But I
Mhm.
like, Costco is growing on me. I ain't gonna lie, it's grown on me for I'll say within the last year. But I still love Sam's, and I like all them stores. Like I said, if I going every week to that El Rio place, that shit is fucking bro. It is, and then 9 times out of 10, every time we go there, I'm like the only black dude in the whole spot. So
Mm.
it's a little somewhat uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at times, but it's
They
cool.
make they make you queasy.
Just a little bit, just a little bit, dog. 'Cause, you run into some,
Right,
you don't always run into idiots. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
but other than that, it's a good store. Like, you know, plus it's a little further out too. You know what I'm saying? At our normal, uh, it's a little ways out. But yeah,
Right.
but they on point though. Their food and all that. Now, what's crazy is that like their meat and their produce and shit like that is less
Mhm.
expensive, but like the cereal and shit like that is like $2 more than anywhere else. Like it's funny. Some things are
You
more
then you
expensive than
buying in
others.
bulk. Yeah. hmm Like even you buy
So
in bulk, you find yourself buying this big old box. I'm like, damn, am I going to use all this at once? Why do I need 5 boxes of cornflakes? Or
mm,
because they'll stuff them all in one box and put, okay, it's $100. I'm like, damn, I know for each box is gonna be I'm saving money, but damn, do I need 5 boxes now? Yeah.
I normally like with my cereal. I get the like when we go to Costco. Honey Nut Cheerios is like my favorite cereal.
hmm
So they got this.
Oh, it is okay. Yeah,
They
you
got them.
probably is buying bulk with them then.
Cinnamon
Yeah, they
Toast
got.
Crunch is mine. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, yo.
Yeah.
I like peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Oh, I never tried that.
It's one of
Is
my
it real good, Crypto? That's your favorite, Crypto?
yeah. No, it's one of
It's
my
off the.
favorites. Yeah,
Yeah, I never
yeah,
tried
it's
the
one of
peanut
my
butter
favorites.
Captain
Yeah,
Crunch. It's good though, huh?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, my favorite is Honey Nut Cheerios, and they got that.
Oh,
They
Cheerios.
got the
Okay.
mega size boxes. You buy it two for like
hmm
$8, I think, eight something like that. And shit,
hmm
that shit'll last me months. You know what I'm saying? So we get one of those. Yeah, that'll last a while. Um, so because I'm pretty much the only one in the house that eats cereal like that. You know what I mean? But other than that, they
hmm
yeah. But in that store El Rio, they shit, they cereal, all that type shit is expensive as fuck, bro. $2 more than anywhere else.
Yeah, my original favorite is Golden Grams though. Those are the ones was kind of like my go-to if I didn't have peanut butter Captain Crunch. Because all the other
Mm.
plain ones I didn't like. I didn't care too much for the regular ones. And then y'all remember Cocoa? Everybody remember Cocoa Puffs. So you
Oh
can
hell
mix them
yeah.
in, and they basically it's like Reese's Pieces cereal.
Hmm.
That's
Cocoa,
literally what
Cocoa
Reese's Pieces
Pebbles.
is. The cereal, the Cocoa Puffs mixed with Captain Crunch peanut butter. That's literally all it is. And then they labeled it Reese's Pieces. I'm like, look at them being slick. I was like, this Cocoa Puffs and the Captain Crunch peanut butter. But it tastes real good. Then the milk turns to the flavor. It's got that chocolatey peanut butter like a Reese's Pieces do. Oh man, so
Hmm.
good. Yeah, yeah.
I like Cookie Crisp too a lot.
Cookie Crisp. Yeah, that's
Oh,
Hell
another one.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Cookie
the
Crisp
shit.
were. Yeah, I
That's
have
the
to say,
shit. I ain't
yeah.
gonna lie. Hmm.
But actually, even all of the not the fruity pebbles, but the cocoa pebbles.
Hmm.
Those were good too, because that also make your milk into chocolate milk.
Yeah,
the only
yeah,
thing
So
I
yeah,
hate about
it does. That's
yeah,
why I like those.
yeah,
the only thing I hate about Fruity Pebbles is them shits go soggy fast as fuck.
yeah,
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 fruity pebbles does go
yeah,
so,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that's why I don't put too much milk in my cocoa pebbles because I just want to drink the chocolate milk afterwards. And I just put just a little sprinkle, a little bit in there, and then make it crunchy. Yeah, but the ones I couldn't stand was Sugar Smacks and
Yeah.
I didn't like the other ones. The Sugar Smack
The
is
Sugar
another one.
Crisp.
Gold
I,
Sugar
I
Crisp. Yep. I didn't
I
like them
love
at all because them get
I
soggy
like
too fast.
I love Sugar
Uh,
Crisp too, and
Sugar
Honey
Smacks,
Golden Smacks. Yeah,
Oh,
I like
hey,
them.
Seahawk Count Chocula.
Count chocolate. Yep, that's another one that make your milk
Oh hell
chocolate,
yeah,
chocolate milk.
Frankenberry. Remember Frankenberry
Frankenberry,
too? Hell yeah.
Frankenberry, and
You know
blueberry.
you can't find them, bro. You at
You
least in
can't
the
find
big
Frankenberry
stores.
anymore. No,
You
you
can't
can't.
find them cereals
Them,
like that. At least in the big
Oh,
stores.
actually,
You
you
know
know
what I'm
what?
saying?
Ian, you know what's
yeah,
funny? Funny enough,
you
those
right, Ian.
cereals are now seasonal. They sell them around Halloween in Walmart.
Oh
Oh, you
yeah.
can get
Seasonal.
blueberry and Frankenberry now.
Oh
Yeah, they're
yeah.
Count
seasonal.
chocolate.
Yeah, they're seasonal now.
Mm.
They sell
I
them
can
around
see why.
Halloween.
Yeah, I can see why that would be a Halloween thing. Yeah, it makes sense to make it seasonal. Cause you used to get them year round. But yeah, I can see why it's seasonal now. Cause yeah, there's a scary like a haunted thing. The blueberry, I liked it them. Cause you had the
Actually,
blueberry
what's funny
flavor.
is
Well,
they have cologne. It's called
Frankenberry was my favorite though.
blueberry
Yeah,
cologne. You
Frankenberry
ever had
was.
that
Hmm
blueberry cologne?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing called blueberry cologne or whatever?
mm
Mm-mm. I
I
don't
tell you,
remember what it was called.
I can't find them in bulk though. And I told you,
Mm-hmm.
Honey Nut Cheerios are like my favorite, but
Yeah.
Honey
I
Nut
ain't gonna say
Cheerios,
favorite,
okay.
but they one of them. But I tell you, I like the apple cinnamon Cheerios too. But I can't find them motherfuckers in bulk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I do the
You can
Honey
get them
Nut.
in a regular grocery store. Like we got
Yeah,
them over here in the
they
regular. You
got
get
the
them.
you can't even find like they got the regular family size. You can't even find it in like the super size or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like my thing is like
Mm-hmm.
because cereal high as fuck now anyway. So
Yeah.
if you
Right.
paying $4 for a goddamn family for a
For the
family
family
size
pack.
box,
Yeah,
you
family
might as
pack.
well just
Yeah.
pay another $1.50 and get the mega size. You know what I'm saying?
You
It's
get the
twice the
mega
size of
size.
that.
Yeah.
But
So
I
yeah, you're
can't.
gonna pay like $6, $7 for mega size.
And by
Yeah,
the way,
but
Yeah.
I can't find the honey nut apple cinnamon
one thing
Cheerios
Apple
over
cinnamon.
in the bigger
is Apple
sizes.
Jacks.
What's
Well
that?
then you're
What's
gonna go with
Isn't Apple Jacks the same thing as the
Apple
cinnamon?
Jacks. No,
yeah,
Apple
I
Jacks
love
got the
Apple
regular
Jacks
plain
too.
Apple Jack. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you
I
got the
like that.
crunchy. Them was used to get soggy fast too, but now they made them where they not get soggy as fast. Kind of like what the the honeycombs, the honeycomb cereal.
Hey, by the
Oh
way,
yeah, yeah,
That was real good
yeah.
because they was real big. The flake was wide enough where the milk didn't soak it up as fast, and you could eat
hmm
them. You could eat them fast enough where it won't get soggy with the honeycombs.
hey,
I
by the way,
like honeycombs too, but it ain't they don't put enough honey on a honeycomb, bro. For me,
No, not
they need
anymore. Yeah,
they
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 don't make they
used
don't
to,
put
yeah, they
a
used
lot
to,
of. They
but
used to put a
now,
lot
bro,
of it
like
on. Yeah,
it's hit or miss with them.
not no more. Yeah, exactly.
So I pretty much leave
You
them
can't.
honeycombs alone, bro.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah,
yeah.
bro,
And
like
the one I couldn't stand was Tricks. I didn't like the Trick cereal.
hey,
For
by the way,
some reason, they
look
didn't
at
sit
crypto.
well with me.
Look at that. That's what I was talking about. Sammy Sosa.
that shit is
Oh,
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
damn, he is albino now. Holy cow, he got the Michael Jackson thing going.
Hmm.
Damn, that is crazy. Damn, Sammy.
I was trying to put that on the Twitter Spaces, but hey, check this out.
Right.
I hung out with I met Lucci at the last game I went to. Was it
Mm-hmm.
last? What you call it?
Mm-hmm.
And we took this picture.
Okay. Hmm. Oh, okay. Damn. Who that? Ronald McDonald.
No, that's a
Look
blow up
like him.
dog.
Oh, Bill. Oh, okay.
They had a
Damn. Damn.
shit, man.
But yeah, that was it was another one, that I was thinking, remember they had the theme cereals with the Donkey Kong and the when those came out. Basically what that was Captain Crunch. Like remember when they tried to come out with the Donkey Kong cereal, but really all it was like a play on
Yeah,
Captain Crunch.
You ever heard of Kaboom?
They did
hell yeah,
those. That was
kaboom,
there.
hell yeah, I remember kaboom.
Those was like the
Yeah,
blueberries. That's all
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, Kaboom. I remember
Kaboom,
Kaboom
yeah.
too. Yep, that was back in
It's
the
just
day.
like it, and it was really similar to Lucky Charms.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When
Oh, Lucky
freaking
Charms go
a
hard
lot of
too, though.
different
By the way,
things. Yeah, yep.
yeah, Lucky
Because them
Charms go hard
marshmallows,
too.
man, and they just start adding. Remember, they just start adding
What
all
about
kinds of
tricks? Yeah,
shapes and
tricks for kids.
marshmallows. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hated them. That was
I
like the
like
worst
Tricks
cereal of
too.
all time. I
I
couldn't
like.
stand tricks. That's
Yeah,
terrible. That was like I'd rather have Honey Smacks than Sugar Smacks than freaking tricks.
yeah. I like Tricks too.
Mm.
But they
But yeah, the corn puffs. Remember,
corn
just
puffs.
regular
Yep.
corn puffs. You know,
Hmm.
just regular corn puffs. I was like, damn,
I
how they
saw they
clean?
got like. Okay, I like Frosted Flakes too. Y'all eat Frosted
Yeah.
Flakes?
Oh yeah,
They're
I like
great.
regular
I
corn
seen they got
flakes,
like chocolate Frosted
frosted flakes,
Flakes now. They got strawberry.
strawberry frosted flakes. Yeah,
I'm like,
those are
damn.
good.
I
No,
just
the
hadn't
strawberry
been.
one's good. You tried the strawberry ones yet?
No,
That
I
one's
hadn't
good.
tried either
They're
one.
probably the best out of any frosted flake brand.
Really?
Yes. If you get the strawberry ones, you probably never go back to any other regular plain cornflakes.
Damn,
You never eat
really?
regular cornflakes ever again. Yeah, they're that good. The strawberry
No, I
cornflakes is
remember my
off the
mom.
chain.
My mom used to get
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes with the polar bear on it.
Oh, it's Study the Tiger.
Yeah,
They
it was a
start
polar
taking
bear.
Tony the Tiger off.
It was a knockoff.
Right.
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah, yeah.
Tony the Tiger. No, I got to go with the Tony the Tiger, man. I can't do the knockoffs because the flakes
I
ain't
ain't
that
gonna lie though.
big.
Some of them off-brand cereal, bro. Like
Yeah,
if you
some
want to
of them
get clean, if
they
you want
do.
to get
Yeah,
cleaned out, like if you don't want to take a regular
a lot of
laxative to get
fiber.
cleaned out,
Yeah,
man, some of them
they real
off-brand
high in
cereals will
fiber.
tear
Yeah,
your motherfucking stomach up, bro. You be on the toilet for 2 days.
or just get some fiber one. That'll
What the
do
hell
it.
is that?
Yeah,
Pickle Frosted Flakes. What the hell is pickle Frosted
Yeah, I
Flakes?
don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. I don't know who the
That
hell
must
eating
be
pickle
like
frosted flakes.
like a Jersey thing or something.
Pickle frosted flakes. Who the hell? God damn.
Pickle Frosted Flakes.
That probably clean you out too. That sound like it'll clean you out.
Man, that some of them off-brand shit, bro. You playing
That'll
Russian
do it.
roulette, dog. You
Yeah.
like, man, you better be close by somewhere. So some
Yeah.
facilities are close by.
Close
Because
by.
don't eat that
Yeah.
shit and go nowhere. You better stay around stay around the house for a day or two.
Huh?
Because man, they will eat your stomach up, bro.
Running right through you, huh? Like jalapenos and orange juice.
Yeah.
That's a combination that always get me going.
Say, is that the jawbreaker down there in the comment? Is that who I think it is? The jawbreaker?
Yeah, that's
Wait a minute, hold on. Is it? Wait a minute, hold on.
Is that the jawbreaker down there?
Jawbreaker in the comment? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Hold
yeah,
on.
you walk down to the boardwalk. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a Jersey thing. Yeah, that's the jawbreaker, all right.
Yeah, man.
That's probably why Lou is still asleep. That's probably what the jawbreaker was.
Lou, between him and Larry L, I don't know, man. He'd be starting fights, man.
Damn.
What'd you say? I remember EM say Larry told him when he see him, it's on site.
That's probably why Lewis ain't around. It's, Fred and made his appearance. Damn. God damn. But yeah, them if you ever get a chance, man, you gotta check out them strawberry frosted flakes. Cause they it's I guess because of how they made it. Cause remember how the what cereals that they actually got strawberries, like dried strawberries put in there. These are like infused strawberries inside the flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of
What
course
about
it's gonna make your milk strawberry milk.
What about shredded mini wheat? Y'all eat those?
No, I don't. I'm not a big fan because they was the mini wheats was just I don't know. Of course, the regular wheats, they were just too big. Why even put milk in there? You can just eat them, just snack on them like regular freaking small candy bars.
The
I,
strawberry
would,
mini wheats are
I wouldn't
good
even put
though.
no freaking milk in there. Strawberry mini wheats? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think I
I
tried
like
strawberry
those a
mini
lot.
wheats. I don't think I've ever tried strawberry mini wheats.
It's crazy. Fred
I tried
pull
the
up. We was
regular
just
one.
talking about Boardwalk Empire too, and now Fred pulling up.
Right. Right. Yep. Damn boardwalk. Goddamn. That was that not the television shit. That was you said that was a regular movie, right?
Yeah, well, no, it was a TV series.
Oh, that's the
You,
TV
you talking about?
series. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You talking about Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's the TV series. Okay. Damn.
Mm.
That's crazy.
He said it's on site.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fred told that man, pull up. Why don't you come to the board? Oh, you see him down there, right? I'm here for it. Damn.
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 So y'all getting ready for the draft and everything?
Hell yeah.
Y'all ready, bro?
Hmm. I'm ready for the fallout and all the bickering and hollering that's gonna be going on. I got me an extra bowl of popcorn, like a standby. I'm probably gonna make like 3 bowls, and have some cheddar seasoning, some white cheddar seasoning with the theater flavor sprayed on there and stuff. And I'm gonna give me a tall glass of something. I don't know what's gonna be in the glass yet, but
You talking about for draft night? You
for
talking for
draft
draft
night,
night?
yeah. Yeah, for draft night, yeah. I'm gonna get that big old bowl, that popcorn be ready roll. It's gonna be steaming, ready to roll. Cause I know Twitter's gonna blow up. All the spaces gonna blow up. Chris Greer gonna be getting cussed out. Everybody trying to find out like who this person is. I don't know who this is. Nobody was talking about him. Oh man,
Yeah, it's gonna
it's
be
gonna
crazy.
it's
It's
gonna be
my
crazy. Like the first one.
yeah. I
Eh,
can't wait.
The one
I
thing that's
can't wait.
crazy about me, because if anything what the Big O was saying even remotely come true, we're gonna have the biggest meltdown in Dolphin history. Oh man, oof.
What
If
did he
any
say?
of the
Well,
shit he said come true,
what did he say?
because you know how he throwing them trial balloons out there. He said, "Oh, you weren't here when I said, uh, I think it was like last Wednesday or Thursday on his show. He said he would pick Jackson Dart at 13 just so he can trade him because
Yeah,
everybody
that's some of the
wants him."
dumbest shit I've ever heard, bro.
I'm like, if the Dolphins is trying to tell him intentionally to leak this information to see what the fans' reaction gonna be because that's what they want to do. Ooh boy, it's gonna be some heads rolling.
Yeah, it'd be
Oh,
one thing if you
Who
worked
not?
out something, you had something already worked out with a team, like if the team is at 20
Who not? Come here.
in the
and the
20s,
Dolphins
yeah,
are at
that's
13 and you
if
got it
he's
already
thinking about
worked
the
out
20s,
where, okay,
right?
you
That
draft them
means
for us and then trade them to us and, whatever. But he was just saying, just draft him anyway and just have him, just have an auction for him. Like, bro, like, Big O is a moron, dude. He really is.
that was wild. I'm like, wait a minute. So, but then he turned around and said later that the team is going to be suffering not this year, but just next year, and it's going to be very painful. I was like, damn, is he really just out on the franchise now? He's back to the pre-Tannehill Big O now. When he's talking like this, I'm like, damn, he's going full tilt now on
Yeah,
the what you call? He's pre-Tannehill now, Big O now. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, he
he
said
going.
this year and next year. I'm like, how is they gonna pull off two
I
seasons?
agree with 305. The hate for Tua is insane, huh?
Mhm.
Well, if the big O's out on tour, he's just like, well, I don't know. But damn,
Yeah,
he said the 13th pick
he
is
be
up for
going in.
sale.
He really
Yeah.
don't. He really don't. He hate Mike McDaniel with a passion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's done. Mike
Yeah,
McDaniel's toast. Yeah, he's toast with him. Yeah. He said Mike McDaniel's out of there. I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is crazy. He said it's gonna be painful in the second year, and then 2026. I'm like, damn, painful.
Well, what's
Like,
funny is
goddamn.
the rumor is the word on the street is that him and Reggie McKenzie were connected. So now that Reggie McKenzie's out of the building, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but did Reggie McKenzie tell him something that he know about what's going on with Chris Greer and Stephen Ross? You know, Big O always claiming that he's an insider. He's got the inside scoop and what he's hearing in the building. But oof, boy, boy,
Yeah,
boy, boy.
he
He's
said it.
always now.
He think this year is going to be a disaster. You know, I don't necessarily see
Yeah,
that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He's out. When he doubled down and said next year also would be painful. I'm like, damn. So who's gonna be in charge of next year's painful year though? That's the question. So how you gonna have a painful year this year, then everybody survive to see next year's misery? How that's gonna work out? That's my real question. That means everybody's gonna be gone if you're gonna have a painful year this year. At least I
Yeah,
would
yeah. He
guess that
said,
the plug
yeah,
will be pulled.
yeah. He said it's going to be it's going like he's seeing like a
Hmm.
5-win team, 5-6 win team this year.
Right, right, right. And then if we're gonna have an even worse the following year, then who's being brought in to be the sacrificial lamb? Because of course he think McDaniel's definitely gone after that. So you mean next year's new coach is gonna have to deal with what Chris Greer and McDaniel left them? That's crazy. Sound like 2019, basically. That's kind of like what he was kind of saying in so many ways that we're facing a 2019 situation. Well, remember when Brian Flores got hired, he had to pick up all the pieces of Adam Gase and then deal with the bad first season, 5 wins, and then the following year finally start winning. That's kind of like what he's saying it without saying it. The new head coach is gonna have to deal with the mess. Well, a new GM too, I guess. It's
No, I
crazy.
don't. I don't see. I don't. I think if the Dolphins, they can rebound pretty quickly, in my opinion. If they have
Well,
a
well, technically they rebound with Flores. They only had one bad season or
yeah,
one losing
yeah, yeah,
season.
yeah. Flores, they only that 2019 that year. That's the only year that they had a losing season. but
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
but I think this version of the
Tony, what's
Dolphins
going
under
on?
Michael Daniel,
Hmm.
I
They
think
rebound pretty quick
a,
with the first
a
time
good,
around.
a solid draft. And to me, I think, see, Patrick Paul to me is the wild card in all of this in this equation. If you can come out,
Yeah.
if he turns out to be a legit
Can't put him at
franchise
guard
left
though.
tackle,
You
what's
can't put
that?
him at guard. You can't put him at guard. They can't play around with putting him at guard.
No, he plays. He don't.
You gotta
I
be
don't think he
tackle.
plays low enough to play consistently to play guard. He plays too high. But
Hmm.
if
Right.
if he can turn out to be a franchise left tackle, he's the wild card for me. in
Hmm.
in terms of whether or not the Dolphins can get back to the postseason,
Hmm.
or it might turn out to be bad like the Big O is forecasting. Um,
Hmm.
but if he can turn out to be
Based on Paul. Hmm.
a legit franchise tackle, man, that'll go a long way to getting the Dolphins. They don't have to worry about that anymore. They got him for the next 4 years on a rookie contract.
Hmm.
Next 3 years, he was a second round pick, and man, that'll be, bro. You talking about a boost? Because I think Chop Robinson is going to be a hit. He flashed enough. I think Chop is definitely going to be a hit. You got Malik Washington has contributed right first year. I think he's going to take a. Now he might be the player from that draft class from last year that takes the biggest leap in terms of where he's from. Not necessarily he'll be the best player over Paul but I think from where his status is as a rookie last year, he might have the most significant leap. And, you know, so you got legitimate, if you can wind up getting 3 starters, you got Chop is going to be a starter. If Paul winds up being a starter and Malik will be your starting slot receiver, that's a home run, bro. And you follow that up with just as a productive draft this year, here next week. The Dolphins they'll be able to rebound pretty quickly, bro, in my opinion.
Yeah, long gone are the days where it needs to take 3 years to do a quick turnaround. You should be able to do it in 1 calendar year if all the pieces fall into place. You know, you should be able to be up and running after that first full year to be back into contention. You know, if you do
Yeah.
it right. Yeah, you
And
shouldn't have to take 6 or 7 years to do
and see,
that.
a lot of people, fan base, they ready to go jump off a cliff. They think the world is coming to an end. And I'm like, yeah, the
Right.
Dolphins,
Even if you go 1-15, you could turn around and go 11-5. We've done it
Well,
before.
I wish they would follow through.
You
By
know
the
what I'm
way,
saying? So it doesn't matter.
yeah,
Even if you do have
not for
one bad
nothing, but
year.
I wish some of these Dolphin fans would follow through with that cliff jumping.
oh yeah, I agree. I agree.
Right.
And if 30 years went on the line, I would drive them to the cliff and
You
kind of
drive,
help them jump off. You know what I'm saying?
you nudge them.
If
You
30
tie
years
anchor.
one hanging over
Would
my
you
head, yeah,
would
sure
you
would.
tie anchor to they on their back? Put an anchor on it, an anchor
Just
jacket on.
get
Help
over
them
with your
along the
misery.
way. Yeah, give them anchor and just tell them to help them along the way. Yeah, here, hold this for me. They go falling off a cliff with that anchor.
But yeah, a lot of them acting like the sky's falling, and but that's their opinion. They're entitled to it, but I just think I don't
Yeah,
think the Dolphin situation is as dire as a lot of people making out to be. Big O included. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
but we'll see. We'll see. But I'm
Yeah,
excited.
it
I'm excited
officially
about next
begins
week.
Thursday. I would say since we're at 13, which I truly believe we're not picking at 13, but if we were to pick at 13, we'll roughly be on the clock a little after 9 o'clock that evening. It'll be like 9 something in Eastern time when our pick will be on the board. So that will be the time to really just focus in on the Dolphin Twitter, Dolphin Nation, everything that's going on, the war room, everything. It officially begins a little after 9 o'clock on Thursday. That's gonna be the time to do it. Because everybody's taking a full 10 minutes, the first 12 people anyway, so it don't matter. It's gonna be a minute before we get to our pick anyways. It'd be after 9 o'clock by the time we get to us. So yeah, I'm gonna be waiting that bowl of popcorn. Boy, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins they should be able to get uh, uh, a very good player at 13 if they stay at 13. They should have the
Yeah,
pick of the litter. You know what I
the
mean?
draft. The draft talent is there within the first 50 picks. You should be able to get what you
Mhm.
want. You should be able to will a deal. Even if you don't stay at 13 and draft back, you still should be able to get what you want when you draft when you trade up or trade back. So yeah, they'll be able to get the first 50 is real pretty clean this year's draft. So they should be all right.
I just wonder how they gonna turn. What's gonna happen with Jalen Ramsey though? You know what I mean? Are
Yeah,
they
they're
gonna
gonna
be
have
able
to
to get
actually
some?
technically they're gonna have to be done with him by this. I'm saying if they really want to get on the ball, they need to deal him by Wednesday so they can get those picks.
Well, I think
That's me.
well,
If I'm
here's my
Chris
theory.
Greer, I need to deal him by Tuesday night. He needs to be done.
That would be ideal, but I think for a lot of cornerback needy teams, I think Jalen Ramsey
Yeah.
is the fallback plan. So that's why I don't think he'll be dealt before the draft. It might be a draft day trade because I think, especially the first round, because I think cornerback needy
hmm
teams, they're going to wait and see how their board falls.
Well,
And
the
then if
Raiders losing somebody, didn't he? We could talk to. We could be talking to the Raiders now.
Yeah. Well, I saw
Mm-hmm.
the Raiders have a level of interest.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they might be in a situation where they
Yeah.
might be trying to see how the board falls, whatnot. But I don't think corner for them. I don't know
Right.
because really I can't say that because the Raiders can go in a lot of different directions with their first pick.
Yeah, but at 6 though, you think they'll pull the trigger on the Michigan guy?
Who is that?
Um,
Talking about Will
Damn, his
Johnson?
name slipping out. Johnson. Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think because I think that they're picking at what eighth, right? Sixth.
yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm hearing
Right.
he's falling, he's slipping. So
Okay.
I don't know. They might feel eight is might be a little too rich for him.
That's what
Plus,
I'm saying. Yeah. Oof.
plus
That's
he didn't
tough.
test. He didn't test. They see when you talk about picking a top 10, bro. You got to have, you got to have all of that testing.
He's
You
got to be
you
on the
need you
field. Yeah.
you
He's gonna
need
have to
them
be on the
numbers,
field.
bro. You need that. You need that 40 time. You need that confirmation, especially at
Right.
cornerback. No,
Right.
you got to
You need
have.
them
I
numbers.
understand it
Yeah.
ain't everything, but no, it is very important, bro. Because you talk about picking in
Right.
the top 10. No, you need a
Right.
player. You need players with you at cornerback. No, you got to be one of you.
You
I
need
need
them
that
numbers.
time. You know what I
Unless
mean?
you
You
elite.
you
Unless you
have to
like
be
that
running in the
guy.
4.4s, bro. You at minimum, bare
You
minimum.
th- you think maybe a team like somebody with like Pete Carroll in that sense because he's always heavily involved in draft picking and right in the process. You think maybe teams like that may have talked to these certain players. I'm talking about the green room players that's going to be there on day one and probably giving them promises. If you don't go by this number, we got you. You think that's what's going on?
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh
Especially
yeah.
with Pete Carroll.
Well, yeah, 100%. Like that happens all the
Hmm.
time. That's why
Right.
it's only certain players that are given invitations on the first night, right? To go sit in
Yeah.
the green room.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because I'm
Eh, eh,
thinking if you remember what happened with Sertain, right? I mean, uh, with the Broncos, some said that he was no matter what he was their guy, you know, and even if they had to go up a few spots to get him.
yeah, I think
So,
teams on draft night they got
hmm
players, their agents. They pretty much got a good feel
good
on what
feel
teams
on.
where they're
Hmm.
gonna go. You know what I mean? I think especially it could be a couple weeks prior to draft day.
Couple weeks
But
prior, yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
because we all know the Bears told Caleb Williams he's their guy, and then Caleb Williams said, "All right, I'm not working out for you. I'm not working out for nobody." Hell, he
yeah,
didn't even have to go in for the
it's like Cam.
Bears because the Bears already told him that they drafted him. Hell, he
It's
didn't
like
even work out for them, or just like a private meeting or something he did. But yeah,
it's like Cam Moore this year. Like they told him to
yep.
shut it down.
They
No,
told
we
Cam
taking
Ward
you
to
number
shut it
one. He
down
said,
this
"All right, I'm
year.
gonna shut it down."
Yep, right. Just like Cam Ward this year. Yep. He just shut it down. So really, the draft starts at number 3 or number 2, right? Did Travis Hunter get the same deal with his agent? What's the word on Hunter?
Well, yeah, he ain't. Well, I don't think he. Well, I think he's norm. I think probably he's gonna go number 3 because I think Abdul Carter might go 2.
Okay,
I don't know. Cleveland is. I don't know. I
right.
don't know where Cleveland's gonna go.
That's what I'm saying. But
Um,
if Hunter is still on the board, I mean, still on the mix for Cleveland, if they brought him in, I know they brought him in. They had to have brought him in already. But if Carter and, cause remember the Giants also um looking at the QB position too. So because they really don't need no receiver or running backs or other skill positions no more. So you think possibly the Giants may be trading back their pick if they can't get Hunter?
yeah, the Giants are picking up what 4, right? Is it 4?
3, no 3. They got the
Oh,
3.
the Giants are at 3.
Yeah.
Hmm.
because they will want at least one of the top 2 quarterbacks if they can get them. Well, they only got one option now because Cam we know he's number 1.
I think the Giants
They
select.
might surprise move back or select. Well, they don't need a running back. They don't need a receiver neither.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle. What about defensive tackle or offensive lineman?
I mean, they could get the first lineman. They could be the first team to take a lineman, but they really in the bind. They might have to do what the Bears did last year with Carolina, trade that pick. What you call it? Damn, the Giants really screwed themselves up big time. Because they will be sitting there with Cam Ward right now. And they beat the Colts that game the season. Damn. Because we all know who the Patriots probably going to get. I'm thinking they're going to get the running back. I think they can do it. But damn. Yeah, that's crazy. It's going to be interesting, these first 5 picks. We have a run on.
So you want to
What was
be
that, Shake?
disappointed? You wouldn't be disappointed if we draft. They said Miami traded their pick to
Arizona.
like the 20th pick or something like that.
Yeah, if you're going to trade, deal with a team that you know that they're going to be picking high in next year's draft. That's what the teams I'm making deals with. I'm not making deals with the Chiefs and the Bills and teams like that. That's going to be picking low in the trap.
It's unfortunate that we can't.
I'm not doing that. I'm dealing with teams who I might guess may be bad next year or something like that.
I wish we could trade with the Utah Jazz because they're going to be picking high next year too.
That's cap. Well, this year, yeah, we deal with that. But damn.
Hey,
I'll be calling. If I was Chris Greer, I'd be calling Arizona. No, hell, that's even dangerous because they might have a good season next year. Maybe Carolina. You could probably get away with doing a deal with. Maybe the Saints. I'll get
Hey
them
man,
on
shout out to Marino's GOAT. I see him
Marino's GOAT. What's going on?
He just pulled up.
Hell
Hey
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Always respect
let
you.
the whole community know about the Xbox, not the Xbox, the
Super Box. Yeah, he put us all on.
We were in space. We were in space. I was because usually when there's not a lot of people, Marino's GOAT will come up and chop it. We chopped it up with Marino's GOAT today on the Spaces. It was pretty good. I enjoyed chopping it up with him.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah, he came on the Spaces.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling some type of way. That's good. He came up and chopped it up with y'all, but man, I'm feeling some type of way. When I'm in his space, he don't never come up and chop it up with me when I'm in there. I don't know why, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm feeling some type of way. I'm in my feelings right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You can't elaborate on that,
Yeah, man.
Marino's GOAT?
Same with me. I sent you an invite. You ain't come, and I'm in my feelings too, man.
Damn.
I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie.
Marino's GOAT.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Em. I'm highly disappointed.
You disappointed about what?
I sent you an invite. You ignored me. I'm highly disappointed, Em.
What you talking about? What you talking about?
You said you invite to the space today, and you ignored me. I'm highly disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm highly disappointed.
Marino's GOAT. You got to come elaborate on that, Marino's GOAT.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm in my feelings, man. But I will say this: that he definitely is a legend for putting us all on that damn super box. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Trey came
Yeah.
up there and said, "Yeah, shout out to Marino's GOAT." Yeah, Trey. Yeah, he came up there talking about the game on the Superbox. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man.
What game? Oh, what game was he talking about?
Nah, he was watching the game. He said he was watching the games. He started watching some of the playoff games and stopped watching the other ones,
Oh yeah,
other
yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah,
He was
yeah.
on. He was watching it, but I was waiting for the not the playback as a baseball playback. I was watching, but the other games ain't loaded up yet. I guess they waiting for the. It should be in there now, unless
Mm.
because it was on the double headers for the afternoon games. Was it the regular networks or was it TNT on
Well,
TBS? Well, for the
well,
regular
they
the
were.
night game.
You heard
They get
that?
the
Well,
He
night
said,
games,
yeah.
right?
He says when homies are in the space and no one goes up, no matter what, I always, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was just me and Marino's goat, me, Crypto and Marino's goat, just chilling and talking.
Who did the?
oh, that's what's up. Oh,
Wait, who did
so
the night
Shake,
game?
you sent me an invite. Were you trolling or what? Did you
Hold
send me
on,
an
let
invite?
me.
You
I don't,
sent me an invite to that
I
space?
don't know who I sent an invite to be honest with you. I was with you.
Oh, you was trolling. Okay, I would have pulled up for that, bro. Um, yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait a minute, my super box is messing up. I can't get the.
What you?
It should be
Hey,
playing the what
I'm
you
about
call it
to
should
shut
be
it down in
playing.
about 20 minutes because I got to go to sleep. It's getting late. But
Oh,
before
they
we do,
showing
man,
AM
let
cold
me.
case.
I want to get your thoughts on Greg Popovich. What's going on with him, man? You have any knowledge
Yeah,
on what's going
yeah,
on with
yeah.
him?
It's I was it's unfortunate, man. I was
Hmm.
looking forward to seeing Pop come back at least for one
Yeah,
more
I thought he was
year.
gonna come on. Yeah, yeah, I thought it was gonna be. Yeah.
You know, with the team San Antonio has, coming back next year. I think they're poised to make a big leap in terms of
Hmm.
playoffs. I think they're clearly a playoff team in my opinion. But hey man,
Hmm.
it's just time to hang it up, bro. Like Pop, you know, it's just time. I mean, he almost 80, 78 years old, bro.
He's at
Yeah.
yeah.
It,
That's what I
it,
say.
it
He's
blows me
close to
away that
being.
Pop he been on the sidelines, he been on the bench coaching for that long, bro.
That
Like,
long, yeah. That
man.
is a
So
longevity. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer.
yeah, he the
Yeah, yeah.
greatest coach. He's a top 5 coach of all time. A top
You're
3 in
right.
my opinion. But
Hmm. He's in that
he,
category, yeah.
when you up in age like that and you talking about strokes and all that, no, bro, it's time to go sit
This time
down. You
that
know.
now his assistant that what's her name? Becky, she's gone, right? She's in the
Mm-hmm.
WNBA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now they have Mitch Johnson. He's the acting coach. I don't know if they're gonna promote him with. They're gonna stick. They're gonna promote him with
Wait a
from
minute, that's
within.
what's his name, Kid from is that the same person thinking about who was our assistant coach? Oh no, that's a different guy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think his daddy. Yeah, it's a different guy. But
Okay, okay,
but
okay.
it'd be
I'm
interesting
gonna
to see
say,
what
damn, he was our coach. His father.
it,
Okay,
it
that's a different one.
it'd be
Okay,
interesting to see what direction they go in. But I know Wimby
okay.
likes Mitch Johnson a lot, and I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that he just needs experience, kind of like Mike McDaniel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He just
Right.
needs experience. But the players like him. Wembanyama uh, likes him a lot. So but you got some very high quality coaches that have been recently let go from their respective teams. You got that coach, the Memphis coach was let go. You got um, the coach from Denver was fired. Um, Me personally, that's my target if I'm the Spurs because he sat under Greg Popovich for so many years before he went to Denver, right? Obviously, he's got
Mm-hmm.
championship pedigree. They just recently won a championship, in the last 3 years?
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
They should
so
hire Doc Rivers.
Mm.
no, hell no, no, hell no. I'd rather stick with I'd rather stay with Miss Johnson, but I don't know, man. It'd be interesting to see what direction they're going, but it's time for Pop, bro. Like bro, it's time to sit down somewhere. He need to enjoy his life, bro. He ain't,
Oh yeah.
These
You're in
last
your
few years,
golden
he
years,
has.
right? Exactly.
He need to be focused on the family, grandkids, all that type stuff, great grands,
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, I won't be
Mm-hmm.
shocked if he becomes like the president or something like that. He still be involved.
Yeah, yeah, you can give him a role for sure.
Right.
I mean, I want him.
Yeah.
I want him in some. I want him to have a role with the team, still with the
Mm-hmm.
organization. You know, but in terms of the day to day, because coaching is such a stressful job, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so emotional. You get its highs, its lows. You know what I mean? And man, you got to be. It's a young man's game for the most part. Definitely ain't no 80-year-old man's game. I'm gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I just think it's time for Pop to really, kind of focus on his health and his personal life. Nah, his time has passed. And bro, like you're top three coach all the time. I mean, what? I mean, do you
Yeah.
think? Do you
He's
think this
accomplished
team is?
everything you need to accomplish from a
Yeah, he's
professional
done
standpoint.
everything. So, and you could still have a role with
Five-time
the team where
champion
you
and
can
all.
come in and mentor players. You can still, kind of, because I know that's kind of position a Pop has taken anyway. It's more of like a father figure, a grandfather figure to a lot of these players. And
Mm-hmm.
bro, you can still give him a role with the team. You know what I mean? And Pop will probably do it for free. You know what I mean? They
Mm.
saying he live at the facility anyway. So yeah, but at the end of the day, man, the day to day grind as a NBA coach now, bro. Pop need to go sit down somewhere because, man, God forbid something happened and he's sitting there on that bench, bro, and he, you know,
Right. And he
no,
has a
You
no,
think?
he,
You
relapse
think?
or
Yeah, you think?
occurrence.
Your boy Big Fundamental would be a coach one day or no?
nah, he done already tried that.
Mm.
Duncan ain't trying to put that kind of
Duncan
work in,
tried.
bro.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes players are so good that they they have a roadblock coaching. It just
Mhm.
they can't go to that level, the coaching level. Even though individually as a player, they got it because Jordan never even considered coaching. Magic did it for 1 year, right?
Larry
Mhm.
Bird did. He did it
And
for
Bird
2 years.
did do it. Yeah, Bird
Pace,
did do
the
it in
Pacers.
Indiana.
Pacers.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bird did. I forgot about that. Yep,
yeah, Bird
sure
did do
did.
it for the Pacers.
He went to the Eastern Finals too.
He was. Yeah, he
He-
was in the Eastern Finals that year. Yeah.
I think no. I think he went to the championship too, but lost to he lost to Houston.
Did he?
Yeah, that was during the Michael Jordan absent.
mm.
Was it?
I don't know, was it Knicks or the Pacers that went
Mm-mm.
he beat Houston? Because I know it was Orlando. Orlando lost to Houston, and I think either the Knicks or the Pacers lost to Houston because Houston went back
Yeah,
to
the
back.
Knicks. It was the Knicks. It was the Knicks. 'Cause that was the game 6 was the split screen from the OJ incident.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
that was the split screen game. Patrick Ewing was sitting there. I remember it was plain as day, like it happened yesterday. Patrick Ewing was shooting free throws, and next thing you know, this freaking thing just split right down the middle. And next thing you know, I see a freaking white Bronco being chased by California Highway Patrol. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Going on? Like, damn. Like, who is this?
Benjamin Williams. I'm here to say
Mhm.
R.I.P. to the GOAT salesman. Hell yeah, Billy Mays.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He is.
You ever watch Billy Mays infomercial? EM.
Billy Mays. I don't even know what
Mhm.
that is, bro.
Do you know who Billy Mays is?
Mm-mm.
You
Hold
and
on, I
Billy
I
Mays?
have his
Yeah.
picture here.
I don't think so.
If
Yeah,
you see him, you know
Mr.
who that is. No,
You
that's not.
definitely
My
see
bad.
him.
I hear.
Mm.
You see his picture?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He used to be a salesman. He used
Mm.
to do infomercials like
The
2 o'clock
biggest
in the
pitch
morning.
man. Yeah, the biggest pitch man to come on late night and selling all kinds of shit you could buy for the
Oh yeah.
house, the yard, everything you think of. Hmm.
Mm.
He's known as America's pitchman.
OxyClean.
Yep.
Mm.
Definitely that's one of the bigger brands. Was the Oxy King brand. OxyClean.
I thought
So
I
and you
heard
think
I could have sworn I heard Color up. Was Color out on a show earlier?
Yeah, he was on the show yesterday.
Oh,
yesterday?
yesterday. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
yesterday.
damn. Okay, Color. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
So, mm,
Oh man.
Yeah. Speaking of OxyClean, I see this little air broom. It looks like something that what Billy Mays would put on a product that he would be pitching. This broom, this little air broom product, this late night infomercial. It's called the
mm,
air broom. This is definitely something Billy Mays would be pitching at this hour. Holy cow.
Hell yeah.
It's called the air broom. Yeah, yeah, that is definitely a Billy Mays type product. Damn, that's
mm.
crazy. Picks up everything though. It's not bad. Look like something I would buy.
Mm-hmm.
I bought all kinds of shit off that damn infomercials. It's
Hold on,
Helio air broom.
I get my
Damn.
let
So
me I'm
yeah.
connecting my
I,
my headphones on real quick.
But then again, I think all of the stuff that made it to the regular stores that
Huh?
as seen TV, I think that's the most famous one is OxyClean out of all the things he sold. Well, I mean, no, Flex Seal has got pretty. That's a pretty good one too. That in the normal stores that people buy.
Way to cut virtually anything, guaranteed. It bites down, locks on, and powers through the toughest materials to the perfect cut every
That's
time.
it.
Ordinary scissors and shears, your hands get in the way.
Oh yeah, the scissors.
All your work above so you can power through below with precision speed. A simple squeeze of the handle transfers tremendous power to the cut. You'll glide through metal like a hot knife through butter. Zip through vinyl lightning fast with just one pass. Or cut a smooth edge in delicate mica like a craftsman, saving you money. If you could spray a hose, you can use the crocodile cutter. The secret is
He can use this. Yeah.
Look at all the cliches he uses.
Right. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah, that was and I forgot about the scissors. Man.
The crocodile
The go
color.
the crocodile color, yeah. I'm almost certain I bought that before. I'm sure I did. I will be on the phone, pick it up, buying shit.
Oh, here's another one.
In the mall in Philly, they had a store that sold only stuff like that. That was late
Yeah,
night
as seen on
infomercials.
TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mighty
the
Putty,
whole store is
the
filled up
easy
like that.
way to fix, fill, and seal virtually anything fast and make it
Flex
last.
seal.
Mighty Putty is not a glue, but a
Oh, putty.
super-powered epoxy that you can mold to any shape and apply directly to most any surface for an everlasting bond. Ordinary epoxies are a mixing mess. With Mighty Putty, you just cut like dough, simply need to activate, apply, and let dry. It has the muscle to support up to 350 pounds. Rebuild the damaged tool to work like new, or make car repairs and save money. Drills, bolts, and screws can ruin your projects. With Mighty Putty, you just cut, activate, and apply. Here's something you can't do with glue. Mighty Putty seals leaks instantly. Use it on pipes and faucets for a permanent seal. As you need, it activates, turning from green to
Damn. It was classic. Yeah, the muddy putty. The putty. Yep. Now they
My,
got two type of Flex Seals. They got the tape and they got the regular squeeze glue. That's in the bottle. That's in the thing for roof
does
leaks and
that Flex
stuff.
still actually work?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Mm.
It actually do. I used it for my one of my roof leaks I had a couple years ago. Yeah, it works. Yep. and it's fast, pretty fast too.
Mhm.
Yeah, you put a little screen over the what's called, and you just fill in the screen or like whatever hole you're trying to fill. So
Mhm.
it definitely worked. It sealed up there, and then the what you call it came and assessed my roof and just replaced the whole roof. After I called the insurance company up. But yeah, I stopped a leak with it one time. So yeah, it definitely do work. Now on the tape, it's a little tricky though because you
Yeah,
can't
I'm
put
sure
it
you
on
bought
a
this item
you
before.
can't put it on an uneven surface.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure you bought
the
this
tape
before.
won't hold.
Here for the handy switch, the new wireless light switch
Yeah.
that lets you control any lamp from
I bought that
anywhere.
too.
Just pick the
That's
lamp
in
you
Home
want to
Depot, Shake.
control and
Yeah.
plug it into the remote
Yeah, that
receiver.
made it
And
to a
simply
commercial store.
peel
That's in the
and
regular
press the
stores.
handy switch in place. The powerful
Mhm.
radio frequency lets you control
Mhm.
any lamp up to 50 feet away. Place a handy switch on the wall where you enter the room or next to your
Yep.
bed so you don't have to get up to turn off the light. Call now and you'll get the handy switch for only $19.99. You'll also
$19.99.
receive our handy stick-up light absolutely free. Just
Mhm.
peel and place in a closet, under a cabinet, anywhere you need extra light. Yes, you get the handy switch and the stick-up light, both for only $19.99. But call right now and we'll double this entire offer for only $19.99.
To order, have your credit card ready.
There you go. Okay. Yep. That's in Lowe's and I want to say Home Depot.
Damn, you done
Yeah.
left. You like, fuck this shit.
He upset over it. EM don't want no handy switch. We'll send him a handy switch and some OxyClean.
Yeah.
He'll be
All right,
all
I'm
right.
gonna play one more before we go. Obviously, this is gonna be the last commercial I play for the day.
Hi, Billy Mays here for OxyClean, the stain specialist. Powered by
Yep.
the air you breathe, activated by the water that you and I drink. It's Mother Nature approved, then it's safe on your colored fabrics. Use it on carpets.
really got
OxyClean
everybody
seeks out
when
organic
he did
stains,
that.
pet stains,
Uh-huh.
food stains that get down into the matting, into the padding. It even takes red wine and grape juice out of white carpeting. It cleans, it brightens, and eliminates odors all at the same time. Don't just get it
Yep.
clean. Get it OxyClean. Make a paste, make it 10 times as powerful. The longer you let it set, the easier it is. It'll whiten your grout and get rid of your toughest stains. Sometimes soaking is the solution. If you use bleach, you ruin your clothes. OxyClean won't hurt the material, even lace. It has the power of bleach without the damaging side effects of chlorine. When your laundry detergent just isn't enough, supercharge it with OxyClean. One scoop in every load of laundry, it'll make your whites whiter. It'll make your brights brighter. As a stain remover, it's the best. Grass stains, clay stains. Long live your laundry. OxyClean, the stain specialist.
That's a crazy move he did there with
The 2 thumbs up.
with the washing machine.
Yeah.
With the see-through washing machine to show you the effectiveness of the detergent like that. That is one of the best sales pitches there when he showed the
According to Victor,
transformation
he
of the
says I
color.
use the Flex Seal on my
truck. Yeah. He snapped on that OxyClean. Yeah. Yeah, man. OxyClean. It's classic.
So anyway, listen, we appreciate y'all for stopping by. Next week, we're obviously Drive Time is not going to be on.
Mm-hmm.
we're
Yeah,
going to
because
be
it'll
covering
be
the
doing
Drive Time
Golden
the
Draft.
draft. However,
Mm-hmm.
we'll do Insomnia. I'll even drop the link for people on Insomnia that night. So people come, make sure you come to the after party.
Because that will be rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, this
Well,
time
actually
I'll
5,
make
6,
sure,
and 7. Mm-hmm.
This time I'll make
That
sure I
day.
put my alarm on at 12:30 a.m., not p.m.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right. With that being said, I appreciate
Yes,
Ian for coming through. As always.
OxyClean.
Yeah. So we about to wrap this up. So y'all have a good night, and thanks for stopping by, man. Peace out.
Peace out, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Later.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody.